Stream is good to go then. We're good to start.
Stream is good to go.
Okay.
I hope. Yep, we're good.
So when last we left off, you all had picked a new quest from Sneed. You arrived on a boat. You sailed towards the closest thing you could find, which appeared to be a graveyard filled with a bunch of undead. And you managed to get rid of them all and found some strange phenomenon at the bottom of this crypt, which you did disrupt, and it disappeared just in time for a group of soldiers to arrive who had apparently been sent to deal with the same problem. And they recognized Mr. Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yes, my fan club.
And they deduced that you must have been answering the Viceroy's summons for aid, and they offered to escort you to the city to see him. But it was late in the day, so you guys only got a few hours of travel in before you had to make camp with them. I forget, were you guys going to do something in that evening?
I don't think so that I can.
I don't think we had any plan other than getting to talk to their people who are looking at the rifts and shit.
Oh yeah, we were gonna go.
Oh yes, there was that.
People, right?
You found that note talking about how the sage's theory was wrong.
Yes.
Yes, and don't forget, Walrus and oh god, I'm sorry, Visenya are old.
Super old.
Super
Yes.
old.
See, now it's much easier for us to forget this fact now that we are old.
Yeah.
When you all wake up in the morning, Visenya and Walrus are still old. Though any health or strength that you had lost, you regain that.
So it doesn't hurt to get up now?
I mean, it still hurts. It's just aches and pains.
You really don't feel that different, Walrus. You just look older. Visenya, you feel it.
Oh god.
I hate that you changed my token to this mugshot. I
just
also love it.
Figured I'll give you a reminder.
Thank you so much.
I found this cool software that I was messing with that and uses like AI to make art. So I had little sliders where I can like adjust the age of the character it was creating.
Oh wow!
Could you
So you fully
share
invented
that?
these pictures.
I mean, a complicated AI algorithm invented that picture. I
But
didn't do it for Visenya's.
Some person had to press the button though, so you are valuable.
That is true.
If I was a smart man, I would have like saved the file so that I could, keep it and adjust it, but I didn't.
You mean it's not still open in your browser somewhere?
Oh,
No, it is not currently amongst my 95 open tabs.
Oh god.
Then what is the point?
Just stop.
That's a good point. I think we're just going to cancel this game on account of the fact that we don't have enough tabs open.
No. No. So, I believe we finished our long rest?
Yes, you have finished a long rest. All your health, all your spells, all your strength and life you were missing, if you got drained, that's all back. The only thing that is not fixed is your two old people.
Yeah. This is not good.
Mm.
You do notice when you wake up, because there was 12 soldiers. They had a couple horses. One of the horses is missing, and one of the people is missing.
Who is the person like in charge of the group of the soldiers?
There's a sergeant. He's the guy that you were talking to.
I'll ask him where the other member went with the horse.
Oh, I sent somebody on ahead to, inform them that we've got a celebrity coming. We want everything to be ready for Mr. Lockhart.
For fuck's sake.
I appreciate the accommodations.
Oh god. Okay. So I guess we should then get ready and get headed out as soon as possible before dark, and maybe, let our friend here ride a horse.
You mean Mr. Lockhart, right?
No. Absolutely not.
No.
He is fully capable of walking.
I'm perfectly capable of walking, thank you, but I appreciate the thought.
It should only be about another half a day, as long as we stick close to the road and don't run into any of the lizards.
I'm sorry, lizards?
The giant lizards up in the hills. That's why we stay on the coasts.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck
Yes.
those things. Am I
Those
right?
things.
Just so you're aware,
Of course.
we came by water. So the large lizard things we haven't really come across face to face yet. Completely.
You didn't even run into any on the ocean? They attack our ships all the time.
My presence seems to intimidate them a little bit.
Yeah.
You must have a
it's
mighty
his
vessel
presence.
then. I assume you sent it on ahead to meet us?
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be able to make room for it in port, Mr. Lockhart.
Oh, fuck. Yes,
Well,
of course.
we can break camp then and be on our way.
Tally ho, indeed.
I will attempt to help Visenya up to the horse.
What? Oh,
You're fine, just get on the damn horse.
tell me what to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Old Grandma Barbarian gets on the horse.
So,
I would hope that Visenya knows how to get on a horse and not get kicked off like that.
He got hurt very badly.
Yeah, he crumpled. He folded in half.
He did.
Oh.
It's a really pretty horse, though.
oh god, that's bad. Oh,
Good.
so bad.
Ouch.
It'll teach you.
Oh, that
My
hurt.
God,
face
this-
hurts looking at that.
Alright, are you guys
Fully
going to do
shattered
anything in
his knee.
particular, or just follow these guys down the road?
I say we just follow him.
Following?
Yeah, keeping watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep watch at either the back or the front.
I'll be at the back.
I'll
I'll
be
be
at the front.
exactly in the middle.
Alright. Give me a perception check.
Everyone?
Whoever is doing the watching, perception with advantage.
I was doing front and Walrus is back.
Oh, that's fine then. Right. For the most part, everything seems clear. It's just a road that continues following the coast. You pass through a couple of small little towns on the way.
What's the population here? Are they like humans or
Peasant.
It primarily seems to be peasants, mix of people, not all one race.
okay?
Not all one race. What other races are we seeing?
Dwarves, elves, humans, half-orcs, tieflings.
Okay,
You know,
so a
the
good
generic
variety.
sort of stuff.
Okay.
And as you're walking along for another hour or two, you do start to get sightings. Kind of off to your left would be the coast where you see the water, and up to your right is where the land kind of climbs up to a set of low mountains. And up on those hills, you do start to see groups of big lizards
When you say
far off in the
big,
distance.
They're just kind of watching like sand people.
It's the same thing like, seeing a herd of deer, seeing a bear, except they're all big lizards.
Oh.
I'll try to react in the same way that the guards are, like if they're kind of just keeping eyes or if they're like drawing swords, preparing or anything.
I will.
They don't seem to be on edge at the moment.
They notice them though. They know they're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say, Captain, whatever his name is.
Oh, Horton Carvendale.
Captain Crunch.
Horton. Okay, Horton. Do you mind telling me about these lizards? Anything that you really know? I myself am not from the area, actually.
Well, these ones that you see off in the distance there, you don't have to worry about these kind. Those are the kind that eat plants. It's the meat eaters you need to worry about.
And how can we tell the difference?
Well, they usually have lots of big pointy teeth, and they come at you really fast and try to kill you.
Oh. That would do it.
And if it's the really big ones, you'll hear them coming.
Really big being like bigger than us.
He lifts up his spear all the way up, like 12 feet tall. He's like,
Shit.
I don't know, something like that.
Cool.
You just walked into Jurassic Park
oh my god.
Oh god.
You might have.
Oh
with-
god.
zombies.
Yep.
And don't forget, they worship Gilderoy Lockhart.
This
They don't
truly is a nightmare.
worship Gilderoy Lockhart. He is just a known famous celebrity amongst these people. As he ought to be.
Do the peasants seem to be looking at Gilderoy too?
Recognize them?
In the couple of little small places that you pass through, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But, the guards are very like, sorry, we're on official business. We can't stop for autographs. You need to keep moving. Sorry, did you say
Me?
Say anything? Are we? Can we hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's just sometimes I think you're talking and it didn't pick you up immediately when you started talking.
Oh no, I'm sure that's the cat setting off the mic
Could be that too.
because she talks.
At a certain point, you guys come to a fork in the road, and you see that one direction keeps going along the coast towards a river and another village. The other one goes up into the mountains. You guys continue along the coastal road.
What was the other direction? I ask out loud to the captain.
Oh, that just leads up to the Sunbreak Barrow in the mountains.
The sunbake tear. What's that?
Sunbreak Barrel. Barrow.
Dang it.
That's the tomb of Anthrel the Vigilant.
The who?
He turns to Gilderoy and goes, these people really aren't familiar with our history, are they? Very strange companions you have here, Mr. Lockhart.
I know, but they do swing a sword quite well, and it's kind of nice to have some roots drink once in a while. And I kind of just deal with it.
I
Even
forget.
the old lady.
I quite enjoy her company. She's quite hysterical, actually.
I forget. Did they tell us where we are, or did we ask at all?
We asked.
I don't believe you asked. I mean,
I thought we did. But
you're
they
in
gave
the,
us a
they
name.
told you it was called the Sea of Rifts.
I will talk to the guardsman and be like, since I'm not from here, do you mind telling me about the area? What city are we headed to exactly? I'm all about learning about the topography of this area.
It'd probably be easier to show you with a map, but I don't have one on me.
Oh,
I can certainly get you one when we get to the capital.
perfect.
It's an oversight.
Yeah.
Navigate without a map.
We know the land pretty well. It wouldn't be necessary for us to have a map.
What if the land just changes?
I would like a map to include in my book, if that's possible.
Oh, I'm sure that when we stop in town and go to a cartographer, they'd probably be willing to give you quite a deal, Mr. Lockhart.
And what is this capital that you speak of?
That's the capital of Balderon, of course. You can almost see it across the way if you look down there. And you can almost sort of see a landmass in the distance across a bit of water.
So it's another island. It looks like.
No, it's connected to this one. It's just, it has a bay that goes inward.
Okay.
Okay.
Really think there's much else we need other than to get there, right?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
All right. So you all continue on. As you get closer and closer to this river, where there's a village across the way, you hear a distant roar, and the guards all stop.
Oh god.
Is that one of those fancy lizards?
That sounded like one of the big ones.
How far does it sound?
I think we better start running for the bridge.
After you.
And they all take off at a breakneck speed.
How
Gilderoy
how,
catch up.
how trained are these horses? Are these horses gonna just start bolting in a blind panic?
They might if they get sight of it.
Oh no.
Shit.
Do you guys remember how my
There's
animal
only
handling went last time?
One horse, and you're on it.
Good luck.
I follow them. I do pull out my rapier. I don't ignite it. I just pull it out.
Okay, Laura starts running with them. What's everybody else doing?
I am running.
Grandma, what are you doing?
How big is this horse? Could it take me and Vedita? Is it a war horse, or just are we talking pitiful little thing?
It does not look
Bastion.
especially impressive.
Alright. I'll just
Just
start going for
I'm
the
good.
bridge then.
I'm good.
All right. You all make a run for it. And as you're getting closer and closer to the bridge, they come into view. These two massive lizards roaring and stomping towards you.
How many legs?
2.
How many arms?
Wing.
2 small arms.
I quickly ask the shit. the guard leader guy. Ask him, any tips?
Horton.
Not particularly.
Slash away.
I'm gonna try and stay towards the back
Oh,
of the group,
that's
away
terrifying.
from the
Alright.
things.
Not a.
I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative, please. Horton and one other guard kind of stop to stay with you guys. The rest of them just keep running in a panic.
Horse. Duncan. Hmm.
All right, Walrus, you're up first.
Which one is Horton? Is it the one to my left or the one by Bedita?
It's the one next to you.
Okay. Oh shit. I saw my rapier out. I am going to say Thundercats and ignite it, but then I would like to delay my turn until Horton goes.
Okay, you are delaying your turn. Tyrannosaur's turn. How much movement do these guys have again? Ooh, 50 feet. Nice.
Mm.
This one's gonna stomp right up to here, and it's gonna bite at Gilderoy.
Not Gilderoy.
That is a 21.
Fuck yeah, that probably hits.
Okay, so that's 35 piercing damage, and you are grappled in its jaws.
35?
Yep,
We didn't get a long rest. Oh, yes, we did. We did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
we
it
did.
did.
you are at full hit points in all your spells.
That just put me at half.
Oh my
And
God.
then it's going to do a tail attack. So that's 18 against the soldier and Vedita. Did you have mage armor on, Vedita?
No.
Well, then you take 20 damage.
Damn.
And so does the guard. This one's going to dash to get to there. That is its whole turn. Gilderoy, you are in a Tyrannosaur's jaws.
This might be a weird question, but if I'm grappled, can I use Dimension Door to get the fuck out?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll use Dimension Door to get the fuck out.
All right, you can go up to 500 feet. Where are you going?
Which way is the town?
The direction you guys were running was this way.
Okay. Is this a tree? I'm just gonna hide behind this tree. I can still see them, but I'm just gonna hide behind the tree. Bravely, I might add.
Okay, that is your action. You dimension
Uh,
door. You are no longer grappled.
And Misenia, you get a Bardic Inspiration.
All right, Horton's turn. Walrus, you'll go with him. He's going to attack with his spear. He hits. And that's all he does. Walrus, what are you doing?
If I move this way around the creature to flank it, I suppose I can. Can I get there without provoking AO from the other T-Rex?
Yeah, because you're not leaving its range.
Okay, cool. So I flank the other one with Horton, and I stab it.
"24 hits."
Got that sneak attack. And then I'm gonna
20 damage.
bonus action dagger it.
You used your bonus action to ignite earlier, I believe.
I did, correct, yes.
All right, Visenya.
In the interest of transparency, I was on a horse. I'm guessing that horse is fucking terrified now.
Yeah, probably. Would you like
Well-
to get off the horse?
I mean, if I can do so of my own volition, yes, but a terrified horse with something on its back is probably not going to allow me to get off on my own volition, just as a person that knows horses. So,
I mean, D&D isn't great with things that are moving in the middle of turn-based combat, like a horse running away.
so yes, I will scramble off the horse then.
Just kill the horse and slide off its neck.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Brandon.
It's an option.
If it's running, I imagine very easily just be able to let go
Yeah,
and
just,
fall off.
yeah. I'm just gonna, like, slip off the back, you know, like how Geralt does when he's dismounting Roach from a gallop.
Yeah. Yes.
Come on, he does that in the video
Oh,
game. Come
yes.
Mhm.
It's great.
on. And then I will swing around out here. You know, I suppose raging would probably be a good idea.
Mhm,
Probably.
mhm.
So I'll rage, and then since I'm flanking, I will hit. Oh, with
17 hits.
advantage.
Yeah.
19 hits too. So there's that. Yeah. Okay.
12 damage.
And again.
Woo. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
And another 18 damage on top of that. All right. Vedita.
Okay, so bonus action Misty Step.
Nice. Fucking love Misty Step.
30 feet there. And then I will use my action, if my computer works, to do a cantrip. Oh, 23.
Yeah, that'll be hitting.
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna hit the one that hit me.
All right, 11 necrotic damage to that one.
Yes, please.
Are you going to do anything else? You still have movement.
Yeah, I will continue running away. Sure. There, I'm good.
I think I can actually... I expanded the bottom of the map if you wanted to move that way instead.
I will eventually move there, yes. Thank you.
All right, well, respect to you.
I slash away.
16 hits.
Ooh, good.
Big guys,
Ah.
not very hard to hit.
I just didn't know. I was assuming they had like thicker armor, but that's fine with me. That's shit sneak attack damage, but whatever.
Still 25 damage total.
Yeah, got 8 the max on fire damage. And that's on the same one, obviously. And I'm gonna dagger him too.
20 hits
Yeah.
for another 8 piercing.
Nice.
You staying where you're at?
I'm staying where I'm at.
All right, Tyrannosaur's turn. The one that you attacked is going to bite you. That is a 20. Oh, I don't have your guys' AC linked to your tokens. Hold
You
on.
don't. My AC is 18.
Okay, so that does hit. You take 25 piercing damage, and you are grappled in
I
its
will-
jaws.
Can I uncanny dodge that to take half damage while
Yes,
being
you
grappled
can,
still?
but you are still grappled.
Okay, so what was the damage again?
It'll be 12 damage instead.
Okay.
And then it's going to do a tail swipe at Horton, which he misses. So Horton is fine. All right, other one is going to attack Visenya. Your AC is 20. Okay, it actually doesn't hit you with the bite.
Wow.
And then tail attack against the other soldier. Oh yeah, that hits, and he is dead.
Ooh.
Oh
He
no.
is battered and thrown 10 feet
Oh
away.
god.
Ooh.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Gilroy.
NPC.
Alright. I'm going to shoot my arrow at this one. That's Tyrannosaurus 1, I think.
I assume you mean your wand?
Yes. Sorry, yeah.
I was
wand.
gonna say, why the fuck are
I
you
don't know
using
why I
an
was saying
arrow?
crossbow.
Well, you used to have a crossbow, but you said arrow, and I'm like, you never had a bow.
I think I was
A
messing up
12
with
does not hit.
this. Oh my god.
I think that's the first attack that's
There we
missed. 21 hits. You said you're shooting at number 2?
Oh my god, Gilroy.
Number 1, sorry.
Oh, okay. 18 force damage. All right, number 1
wand
is
is
starting to look pretty
good.
damaged.
I will give inspiration to Walrus. Give it to
I
the
feel
two
tingly.
Okay, anything else? Staying put?
Staying put. Well, hang on. I'll run like this far. I think I can go.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Go there.
I do assume that the inspiration is just like you promising us pudding.
I'm sure Gilderoy came up with something amazing to say while fighting dinosaurs. Horton's going for another spear attack. And he hits again with a 20.
With advantage.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's actually a 23. Still hits. 11 piercing damage. Visenya.
Okay. Well, he's dead now, so I'll turn off advantage. 14.
14 hits.
Wow. Okay. That.
18 hits.
Okay. And then
Another 12 damage.
who's been damaged the most?
This one has been damaged.
No,
the
no, no,
most.
no.
Oh, I
Of
was like,
our
oh,
people.
God.
Of our
Of your part,
teammates.
Gilderoy and Walrus both took a bite. Gilderoy's taken the most damage.
Okay, so I am going to galvanize Walrus. So you get 5 temporary hit points. Walrus.
Thank you.
For what good it'll do.
It'll do.
Yes, I did promise you could go under the desk, didn't I?
All right, Vedita.
Okay, Vedita is going to cast Chaos Bolt at Tyrannosaurus number 2, please.
And maybe finally roll doubles.
Maybe.
11 is not going to hit.
Can I change that? No.
I don't think you
Okay.
have any means by which to do so.
No. Okay, I'll use Metamagic, Quicken It, and I'll cast, Acid Splash.
$14 doesn't save.
Yeah,
5 acid damage.
that was shit damage.
Back to you, Walrus. You are in this thing's jaws.
So that just means that I can't move, correct?
Yes, you're grappled. You can't move, that's it.
I can still make attacks. Does he have like advantage on me since I'm grappled by him? Is that something that I'd know?
Logically, I'd say yes, but that's not part of the mechanics, so no.
Okay, so I just hack and slash like at his lower jaw. Do I get advantage still since I'm flanking, or is that nulled?
Nothing in the rules says no, so I'll say sure.
Hey. Ha!
21 hits.
Boy.
Ooh.
Ooh, mommy.
Oh yeah.
This thing is barely still alive after that.
Dagger.
Yes.
That hits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not enough to finish it off. It's still
Damn it.
alive.
So close.
Now the Tyrannosaur's turn. It is going to run away with you in its jaws.
No!
Oh, no.
Shit.
That's fine. I can kill it still because it still has me with it.
Horton will take a spear thrust at it. He does 8 damage, which is enough to kill it.
Yeah.
Yay. Do I take damage from this thing falling with me in its jaw?
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh,
Good.
Ooh. I just rolled the bite attack to get an idea of the damage.
You rolled that
Good
20.
thing this thing is dead, because it rolled double crits.
Oh my fucking god. Oh no. Oh god.
I don't think any of you could have survived, what is it, like 60 damage?
Me. I could have survived.
The barbarian who's raging could have survived. The
I have
rest of
5
you,
temporary hit points.
Sorry, I wish it were cooler, but
but average damage, hold on, where's my dice calculator? As this thing falls and you're in its jaws and it just slams to the ground, I'll say you take another 20 damage.
Am I able? I'm not able to uncanny dodge that because it's not necessarily an attack, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
But you had 5 temporary hit points, so you only take 15 damage actually. When you are not grappled anymore.
I mean, is that true? Do I need to claw out of this jaw?
yes.
It's a fair point. The living Tyrannosaur is going to run away.
Attack.
You can take an attack of opportunity.
Yay.
That hits. Another 15 damage. And it runs. Gilderoy.
Alright. I need to see how far away this is. It is in range of my wand. 240 is what it says on here. That just means I have disadvantage, right?
Let me open it. Yeah, if it's beyond 60 feet, it's disadvantage. Maximum range is 240.
Yeah. I'll do it at disadvantage. And just try it look cool and try and hit it.
19 hits.
Jeez.
Come back, you coward!
14 damage. Ten does not hit. Second shot goes wide, hits a tree.
It was a warning shot.
Horton is just going to stand here in amazement that he killed a Tyrannosaur.
Can I yell at him? Get me out of this!
Give me a persuasion check to shake him out of it. He's never killed a giant lizard. He is so impressed with himself.
So do I have advantage on the roll then?
I don't know that you've
Wow.
really established yourself as an important person like Gilderoy is.
Oh.
No, he's just going to stay there.
God,
Xenia,
Well,
Tyrannosaur is running off, and Walrus is currently stuck in the jaws of a dead one.
kill it!
I'm a bamf after it. Or I run 50 feet and then I bamf. Hit.
All right.
Ah!
Movement and bonus action. First strike does not hit.
So even if I were to add my inspiration to that, does it automatically miss because it's a nat 1?
Correct.
Alright, so never mind then. Jesus.
13 hits.
Alright. I'm also going to make it a power strike. And I will add my inspiration.
Just throwing
Okay.
everything on there to try and get it down.
Pretty much. Inspiration. Okay.
Grinding for those experience points.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we got 24 altogether. It's not enough to kill it, but it is
God.
close.
I
Damn it! Fuck it, we're going into a town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were running towards a river that has a bridge that leads to a village.
Action surge.
Yeah, like what time of day is it? Have we been traveling for most of the day?
No, you've only been on the road for like an hour. He said
Was
it would
that-
take about half a day of travel to get to the capital.
I'm guessing that exasperated sigh was Megan saying, I have something that can go range.
It was not a sigh, but yes.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. Carry
got
on.
you.
Not gonna
Carry
action surge
on.
then?
No, I'm not.
Okay, Vedita,
Oh.
your turn.
Okay, she is going to cast Magic Missile at third level?
You don't even need to roll damage because this thing had 3 hit points left.
Shit!
Damn it.
I should have said second.
Haha.
Okay, that's fine. Third level it is.
You fire off your magic missiles and they go streaking through this little patch of forest past Visenya, and they bring down the remaining Tyrannosaur.
Fuck yeah.
This is probably the first encounter that me and Visenya didn't kill anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it was also only 2 big things, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that much to go around.
I would like to remove myself from this thing.
You are able to do that.
As I'm kind of like wiping the bile and like spit off of my and the drool off of my stuff, I kind of side eye Horton and say, "Thanks a lot back there. Good kill though."
I've never killed one this big.
Never.
Well, congratulations. If you wouldn't mind, can we get going before more of his buddies come?
King this
Yeah.
one to bits trying to get parts.
Yeah, do they
Anything in particular
usually
you're trying to get off this thing?
I guess I'd like some teeth or
Teeth.
claws.
Yeah.
All right, give me a survival check.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
If I could get some hide too, with an 18.
I'll say you can get a decent chunk of hide, or you can get a couple of teeth or a couple of claws.
Mm,
can we roll again for the second part of it?
I'll take teeth.
Okay, so you want 2 teeth from that one?
Yeah.
And you wanted to do what, Walrus?
Well, I want to ask Horton, do they usually travel in larger packs, or are they usually just a couple around?
I don't think I've ever seen more than 2 of these together. The smaller ones you'll see in packs.
Do their bits and pieces sell around town?
Not more than anything else. I think cow leather is better than their skin.
As he's doing that, I saw him kind of using my knife and ripping out some teeth.
Give me a survival check.
Not as good.
You get the feeling that because you're wearing armor and you were in its jaws and it died and just kind of slammed its head to the ground, it kind of
I was
broke a bunch of the teeth.
wearing half plate armor.
You managed to get half of one broken tooth. It was the best quality one you could salvage.
I'll flick it over to Horton. You've earned this, bud.
He looks at it pridefully. And at that point, the other 10 soldiers come over and they're like, "Good job, Sergeant!"
I laugh out loud when I hear that.
I'll give Walrus my handkerchief to wipe off the drool. You got a little bit, well, everywhere, but
Thanks. I totally just... It's a mucky, soppy mess when I'm done with it. And then I give it back to Gilderoy.
2-finger pinch. A little bit
Half
of
the
it,
soldiers
and
go
hold it
off
back.
and retrieve a horse, while the other half take their fallen comrade's body.
Gilderoy, how much damage did you take?
A lot.
Yeah, Gilderoy took a
over
nasty bite.
I lay on hands you for 10. For 9, sorry.
Okay.
And then I'll also cast Cure
we
Wounds.
could just take turns on the horse.
Nope.
Oh, I lie. I cast Cure Wounds on myself because I'm hurting.
I was hoping that we could use the horse to bring back this fellow's body.
I need that too.
Heal for 9.
Dead.
Gilderoy,
Yes.
you don't happen to, want to help me or anything?
Are we moving?
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. What did you say?
You wouldn't want to, help me heal or anything if you could?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know who else is besides me.
I am down almost half my health.
Perfect. All right, cure wounds.
Thank you.
Hang on, I need to see my levels here.
I am down.
Do it. I had second levels.
I'm basically down 2/5 of my health. Yes. Thank you.
Do you need another one?
No, that's plenty.
Anyone else?
No?
If you wanted to heal me, you could. I'm also fine since we're probably going to be close to town soon.
Horton miraculously did not take a hit in that fight.
I think we can take a short rest if everyone else is okay to at least get to the town. Is that alright? Save spell slots.
Yeah, I'm good.
We'll take a rest when we meet their head person.
Horton, how
thing.
far away from town are we?
Well, just across the bridge there is Red Hook. And from there, back along the road, it's maybe only an hour or two before we get to Balderan.
Oh yeah, let's just truck it out. Whatever truck means.
This is definitely a word that people are familiar with. Alright, they eventually manage to wrangle the horse back and bring it over and throw the dead guy's body on it. And off you continue on the road. You cross a bridge that goes over a river and into a little fishing village. Once again, everybody is in awe of seeing the legendary Gilderoy Lockhart, and the guards have to keep everybody at bay. Very official business here
Hello.
to escort Mr. Lockhart to the capital.
I'm mostly confused because these peasants like can read and have the time to read like pleasure stories.
Oh, but my stories are passed down
Wow.
verbally as well as, you know, I pay bards to just go to taverns and like audiobook-esque.
Oh,
My
you have
books.
like
They
you have
just
Zach-
sit in a tavern and read my books to people.
you have Zachary
like-
Levi on call.
I thought the idea was quite genius, personally. It
James
seems to
Franco.
have worked well.
Horton looks at Walrus and looks at Gilderoy. Says Gilderoy, this fellow must have grown up in a very awful place if he didn't have story time.
I did. Thank you for reminding me. Grew up
Where
in an
did you
awful
grow
place.
up?
The sewers.
I don't think they had
Legitimately?
Reading Rainbow down there at the time.
I didn't catch what either of you said.
I said you didn't have Reading Rainbow at the time.
No.
The Great Bard Group.
Oh god.
Did you ever see any alligators?
In the sewers? No,
No.
no sewer gators.
Okay.
Or rats of abnormal sizes.
Well, everybody's seen those.
I have seen a rat king though, which is terrifying.
Oh.
I've heard of those. I've never actually seen one.
If you guys don't know what the rat king myth is, please look it up. It's disgusting.
It's not really a myth, though. It's an actual thing.
Is it real? Like rats in New York sewers just being so entangled with each other that they're one giant mass of a rat?
Oh.
They had
Ew.
dead
Like
rats on them.
Like hundreds of rats are just crawling over each other and their tails just get tied up. That's real?
Well, yeah, rat plagues used to be a thing. They're not so much a thing anymore, but like they actually
Ooh.
have preserved specimens of dead rat kings.
Oh god.
Google it.
Yuck.
Nope, I'm good. I've heard enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anywho. we're walking
So you
Onward.
all continue along the road.
We're definitely keeping
Definitely
an
milking the waving the fan base. Like, oh, kissing, waving kisses and all that.
oh god.
The peasants don't follow you out of the village. They seem very sad to see you passing through and not able to stop and talk to them and give autographs.
I'll be back. It's okay. It's okay.
They also
road.
recognize Gilderoy from looking at him, which is insane.
Well, his picture is on like every book.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man,
And I am the winner of, what is it? How many times have I won
Yeah,
this?
when was the last time you read Chamber of Secrets, Brandon? I mean, come on, get it together.
well, again, I'm just so like amazed that
Five-time
he
winner of the Most
I'm
Charming
reading.
Smiling Card Award. So, of course, they would know my face. And my smile, mostly.
The finer establishments in Palaran, a lot of them have your portrait on the wall, Mr. Lockhart.
Oh,
What?
Well, I feel like I should autograph some of them for them, make it a little more special.
I'm sure the tavern owners would be delighted to hear that.
is it kind of like how laundromats in LA have like pictures of what celebrities do their laundry there?
Oh god, it is. Oh god.
But it's just a ton of pictures of Gilderoy.
I am going to take...
It's more like when you go into a bar and they might have, like, you know, pictures of bands.
Jimi Hendrix on the wall.
Yeah.
But it's a Gilderoy Lockhart.
Signed vinyls.
Yeah.
I'm going to take out... What is your favorite book? Damn it, what's his name?
Horton.
Horton.
What's your favorite book, Horton, of mine, if you don't mind me asking?
Personally, I'm partial to Break with a Banshee.
Oh, so I pull a Break with a Banshee book out of my satchel, because of course I have my books with me, and I'm going to sign it and write a nice little paragraph of his awesome killing of this T-Rex thingy, this lizard, and how, like, as epic style as I possibly can.
Please
And
spell
give it-
Horton wrong though.
Start spell.
Yeah.
And I will give him
The
a
whole
signed
caravan basically stops for this. Because Horton can't will himself to keep traveling while this amazing thing is happening. And, you know, at least 7 of the other soldiers are also big fans.
This is for helping us with that last incident. You totally could have just, you know, abandoned us, but you were very brave and honorable, and Gilderoy Lockhart always honors those brave and honorable.
Gilderoy says that I kind
I
of
think I'm
side
going
eye
to have
all
to
the
take this
soldiers.
home and get it framed. Not that I don't intend to read it, of course, Mr. Lockhart. It's just, you know, it's exceptional.
Yes, I quite have exception.
So you want to tell me that that signed book is going to sell for more than those lizard hides that we collected?
Why would I ever
absurd.
consider selling this?
You're poor.
Oh, you're so right. I have offended.
It is a priceless artifact, Walrus.
My son Gilderoy is going to be so amazed.
Oh my god.
I named him after you.
Gilderoy is like trying not to cry, like, oh my god. Like the whole hand waving, like to keep the eyes from crying thing. Gilderoy is absolutely doing that when he hears that.
I'm
Oh,
dry heaving.
So honored.
I pretend to die.
Yeah, I'm like bent over, hands on knees, just dry heaving.
One of the soldiers who you get an impression is not an enormous Gilderoy Lockhart fan comes over to you, Visenya, and goes, "It's gonna get even worse when we get to the city."
Oh
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Oh no.
Swear to fucking God, if there's a statue,
I look over at the guy and I'm like,
Just kill me now. Jesus. We should start a fan club of people who don't like him.
Well, I wouldn't call it a fan club, but there is a certain
An
movement.
anti-fan club.
I'd prefer to not have this kind of conversation 5 feet away from him.
I
It's
do it all the time.
fine.
It's no big deal.
It's true. We do.
Yes.
I feel like they just
Horton looks at you, Gilderoy, and just goes, "Some people have no taste. Can't be helped."
It's actually quite nice, because they don't bother me for autographs at every turn. It's quite nice, actually. Refreshing in a way.
Well, I suppose I've never had to deal with fame. Could be right.
I mean, I guess you're famous now. You killed one of the large beasts, so...
Well, I don't think that's the sort of thing that people are going to get up in arms about.
Not
They
until I write
should.
a book on it, maybe.
You saved Gilderoy Lockhart. Of course they're going to be happy.
Well, I would surely only appear in there as a minor side character.
We'll have to
You
see.
won't
how
even
that-
remember your name.
Well,
Of
that's
course I
why I
will.
gave my son a better name.
No, Lockhart's a great name.
Name
But
is
I
killed
named him after
Gilderoy.
you.
It's
I
such
start-
a powerful, strong name. I'm so proud.
I continue walking down the road and I just say over like behind me, this way is to town, right? Clearly annoyed.
Oh, yes. To the north and then the west at the fork.
I start walking.
I will follow. In fact, she's probably already 20 feet ahead of you just walking away.
Yeah.
Alright, those of you who are annoyed, get a little distance ahead of the rest of the group, heading up the road.
So, I'm sorry. Am I on horseback with the dead guy?
The horse is only carrying the dead guy, it's not carrying anybody else.
Oh man, so I'm like probably behind the group. I'm hobbling.
I mean, if you have the ability to still rage and deal full damage, I don't think your movement's been impacted, considering that you're already faster than everybody else.
Yeah, but rage makes you like supernaturally. It's like an adrenaline boost. Of course, I'm able to run 50 feet and then bamf and hit things. But like in my elderly state, my hips probably aren't that great, and I'm feeling it now.
I mean, you got 50 feet of movement speed, so even if you lost like 40% of your mobility, that just puts you on par with everyone else.
Fine.
You guys pass by a lake on the right-hand side. You can see the bay and the city on the left-hand side. And the road leads up to a slightly larger settlement. It looks like a whole bunch of farms next to a river. And then finally, the road curves down to the southwest to the capital city proper. As you guys walk up to the city gates, you are met by another escort of about a dozen guys. They all give a salute to Horton, and a bunch of them give a look and a smile to Gilderoy. And they open the gates and lead you all in.
I do my best smile I possibly can muster. My face is probably going to hurt by the end of this. I'm not gonna lie.
As the gates are opened, there is a huge crowd that greets you with cheers. Most of them seem to be screaming Gilderoy's name. And
Are
there
they
is,
totally covering the road?
it's probably like a couple hundred people. They're not completely blocking the road. It looks like guards have been in place to keep them cordoned off so they're not blocking your path.
I ignore them and continue to walk forward.
Is it possible to become encumbered by the amount of ego I am currently carrying?
Oh my god.
Is that possible?
You suffer 1 point of exhaustion.
I don't know. Isn't Gilderoy used to being famous?
That is true, but it's been a while. You know, it was just a general question.
There is a couple of statues as you guys enter.
Please, for the love of God.
They are not statues of Gilderoy.
Thank God.
One of them looks like a statue of a king with a name you don't recognize, and the other one appears to be a statue of the god Balder.
Ooh.
I guess I'd like to go look at it. Ow, cat! Jesus.
All right, you can go have a look at it. As you step up to it, you get this flashback in your memory. If the statue is completely composed of light, it looks kind of familiar to somebody that lifted you up off a cliff.
Let me see. Are there like any offerings around it? Like at the base of it, any verbiage at all?
You see some prayers, a few of which you also saw at the cemetery building.
Okay.
Because that place, if you recall, it looked like it used to be dedicated to the god Lathander, and then they kind of wrote over that and rededicated it to Balder instead.
Okay. And then were there any offerings?
There are a few, but they look a little old.
I will put down one of my hand axes.
A few people give you a strange look because those aren't the kind of offerings that you see on display there.
Well, then they're
Nobody
not doing
says
it right.
anything.
That's it. Then I hobble away.
The other smaller statue has a plaque dedicated to none of you
That
recognize that name.
How is it comparatively in size to Balder?
The Balder statue is twice the size.
Yeah, how big did you say it was, Balder?
The king statue is maybe like 8 feet. The Balder statue is 16, 20.
Oh wow. Okay.
And these are both in like a town square kind of thing?
It's basically right as you enter the gates.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The road kind of forks around them. As everybody's cheering, Horton turns to you, Gilder, and goes, I assume you'll want to go see the Viceroy right away, or what would you like to do, Mr. Lockhart?
Yes, let's go
Yes.
to right away.
Still got half the day ahead of you. I'm sure there'll be plenty of time to meet with all of the adoring people afterwards. Oh, and get to the cartographer, of course. Would you like me to go there ahead and procure a map for you?
Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much.
As soon as I drop you off at the Viceroy's residence, I'll go do that. Or actually, he turns to one of his soldiers under his command and orders him to go get a map instead.
Nicely played.
Maybe about half an hour of going through winding streets, and you seem to get past most of the crowds, like 15 minutes in. You enter a more bougie district, and you are brought up to a rather fine-looking mansion house. Give me a perception check.
Everyone?
Yeah.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Okay.
Visenya and Gilderoy, you both notice that despite the fact that this house has a lot of windows, they are all blocked out with thick black curtains.
How odd.
Like blackout curtains?
Yeah.
Oh.
Horton goes up to the building and speaks with the guard outside, and they open the doors for you. Step inside to the foyer. The Viceroy has already been informed of your arrival and is ready to talk with you. I don't think it should be too long before that lad gets back with the map. I'll send somebody in to give it to you.
Thank you very much.
You all
Yes.
step inside?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You guys all step into this small waiting area with another set of doors, and the entrance doors are closed behind you. A moment later, a servant opens the inner doors and waves you all inside. Up the stairs and to the left into the nice office.
Oh, okay. I will walk
Yeah.
in like I know the place.
Easy
Okay.
enough to follow the instructions. You go up a small set of stairs that are basically in the middle of this central waiting area. And you go left, and there's a big office right there. And you see a man sitting behind a desk, a rather pale looking elf.
I knock on the door before we go in.
Enter.
I will enter.
Yeah, I'm with.
Yeah, I'm following behind.
I will
Are
tag
you
in the rear.
Are you a sage? One of the sages?
I am not. I am the Viceroy, Edric Hallowell. I didn't expect a man of such celebrity stature to answer my summons, Mr. Lockhart.
I'm never one to turn down a challenge.
Well, certainly a challenge you have here.
And why do you say that?
We've lost quite a few places to these rifts that have opened up, and we are sorely lacking in the resources to deal with them. Now, I was told that they found you at the Sunset Cemetery. And your ship is meant to be arriving in our port sometime soon?
Funny thing that. So,
Never mind our ship.
Yes. We will figure that out later. It's fine.
So
We need to speak with the sages.
why? Out of character, why?
That unfinished note that we found. The
Yeah.
sages are the
Right.
people who were
Right.
studying the necromancy and stuff and the rifts. Not this is just a political dude.
He is the one that posted the notice, though.
Yeah,
The notice being
that they're having a
That-
problem with the undead.
A call for help.
Yeah,
ew.
Uh-huh.
but the sages are gonna have more.
For what business
Probably.
do you need to speak with the sages?
We
I believe I have the note with me.
sure.
Do you?
I think
I
I-
thought I picked up the note.
Somebody.
I
has.
don't remember who picked up the note. One of you has it.
We hand over the note.
Yeah, we take out the note. I'm like, we found this, and what did you call it? Sunset.
The Sunset
How-
Cemetery.
Yeah, there. After we cleansed the place and destroyed that circle, we did find this note there.
This is a troubling development.
An unfinished thought as well.
So
It's not
that's
that
why
difficult
we'd like to speak to the
extrapolate from
sages.
incomplete data.
How many of these rifts are there?
Before we ran out of our experienced soldiers, we'd closed at least a dozen of them, but they just seem to keep popping up.
Do they seem to be random?
Not entirely. There's a certain amount of pattern behind it.
Do they seem to tend to be hollow? Not hollow places. Religious places.
I believe the word you might be searching for is hallowed ground.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
There's a certain correlation there. It's not the first cemetery where we found one. I expect there's some sort of connection between a rift that spawns undead and places that have interred the dead.
Mm.
But if you wish to speak with the sages, I can certainly arrange a meeting for you.
It might be in everyone's best interest.
Yes. And if you wouldn't mind waiting a few minutes, we do have a map along the way. Would you mind showing us where these rifts have been opening?
He points over at the wall to a map that he has.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Oh, wow.
And he walks
Where
over
are
to
we?
it. You're in Wait, no. Wrong. You are there.
Okay.
And where did we come from?
The Sunbreak Barrow, right?
Sunset
we were-
Cemetery
We were way down there. Where did we make landfall?
at the Sunset
Where?
Cemetery.
Okay.
Because we climbed the cliff at the...
Right, but which
Edge of that.
direction did we come from?
You came from south.
Okay.
Oh, we've now lost Sunset Cemetery. Along with Enthis, Kenton. Caldwell was not completely destroyed, but we lost a lot of it. Other places, I'm afraid, are not on this map.
And you said as you destroy them, more tend to pop up.
Was not an unusual thing for rifts to pop up, but these seem to have some staying power.
What comes through the rifts?
Mm-hmm.
Dead things, primarily.
No one seems to come through looking for something. They're just monsters causing problems.
That is the general way of it.
Has anyone been able to go through the rifts from here to where they come from?
None that have come back.
So you have sent people through.
That is one of the reasons why we are currently lacking personnel.
Hmm.
How many did you send through before you realized it wasn't working?
The king and most of our best knights went through a portal to the abyss about a year back.
Your
Good.
king? You sent your king.
Is that
He's
the one
the
with the
king.
statue of
People
Bran?
don't send him. He chose to go.
And you
See the-
let him?
I advised him against it, but he wasn't the sort of person who listened to reason at times.
Which one did he go through?
This was before the predicament with the undead.
Well, they're clearly related.
I'm getting
So
the
the
impression that you do not fully understand the way that the Sea of Rifts functions.
Yeah, so the undead is a new thing, but the rifts have always been part of the land.
He points at Walrus and snaps his fingers.
Fucking smart guys.
But the note says that there's not necessarily... The sage's theory was that a necromancer was creating the rifts? Correct?
You'd have to speak to them about that.
What was when your king went through one of the rifts? What was his goal? Their goal, sorry.
His aim was to kill the things on the other side, shut it, and come back through.
Successful in
Just for-
shutting rifts before? Like keeping them shut?
Generally, the way it works is that a rift will open, some things will come through, and then the rift will disappear. This particular rift stayed open and just continued to spew demons.
And where was it?
Off in the Bloody Isles to the southwest. Not on that map there.
That's not helpful to anyone.
Was there an event that heralded this rift?
Not that I recall.
They've kind of just been here all along.
He shrugs his shoulders. It's just the way of the land.
But some
Things
of
have
them
always
are
been
more
this way.
exceptional than others.
So it would seem.
I kind of turn to the rest of the party and say, well, my first impression is that the way to solve these rifts is to unfortunately go through them blindly, unless we can find more information here otherwise.
Didn't you say that you successfully closed it at the Sunset Cemetery?
Yeah, we kicked it up and blew the fuck out of it. But if you say they keep popping up, what good does that do? There was a little demon fellow that came through right before we were able to destroy it. What was he, like a goblin sort of thing?
It was a ghast, not a demon.
Yeah,
It's an undead.
Okay. Yeah, what good does that do? We just destroy it, just like you've been doing. It's not a permanent solution.
He looks at Gilderoy. And I suppose you think that you're up to the task of going through, shutting down what's opening them on the other side, and coming back?
Of course.
Unless, of course, there's more information that the sages may have, or people
Yeah.
on other islands might have collected. How well communicated are you with the other governments in the area?
We have mostly friendly relations with the Northlanders. Not so much with the pirates in the Bloody Isles.
So
Do they have these rifts too on all these islands?
All about.
That's a miserable life.
Though to the best of my knowledge, we seem to be the only ones plagued by this current plague of undead.
Anything in particular about this island that might lead to that happening? Any historical events here?
He gives you a scrutinous look and looks over at
I'm
the map
new
again.
here.
Originally, we were based upon what's now known as the Lost Isle, a certain amount of people over on the Isle of Dusk. And then something fell and crushed the Isle of Dusk. The great lizards came, and we were driven off the Lost Isle. And we found the Isle of Dawn.
So a meteor brought dinosaurs to life.
how long ago was that?
Before my time, so at least over 100 years.
So is the Isle of Dusk uninhabited except for these lizards?
I don't think it would be accurate to say that it's uninhabited, but you certainly won't find kind living folk there.
How did the lizards get to the other islands? Do they swim?
Some of them do.
That's terrifying.
Beyond that, their propagation isn't something I'm well versed in.
Who might be?
I suppose you could ask the sages.
Sages, okay.
To meet with these sages.
Would you care to join us in a meeting with the sages? Maybe
We'll have to
together we
wait
can all
until
come
this
up with a
evening,
plan.
at least.
Fine. We're not. Gilderoy's got a sea of people to sign autographs for, so
Is there anywhere you can set us up for the night?
We can provide you accommodations. And he looks over at Gilderoy. To your liking.
That would be wonderful.
is he side-eyeing Gilderoy, or does he
Or is
like
he hard?
Gilderoy?
Give me an insight check. You get the impression that he is not enamored with Gilderoy.
Yas. Edric's my new favorite person.
Yeah, same.
Anyone who hates Gilderoy is your ally.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is wrong with me? I'm just
Just a little.
hard.
It's a little poncy sometimes, you know? It's a bit much.
I will
At
save
this
those
point,
inspiration dice
a
for
man
myself
runs
next
up
time.
to the room carrying a map and hands it to you, Gilderoy. It's just a smaller version of the map that Edric has on the wall.
Are all the towns labeled exactly the same?
Yep.
Is there any way? So I know we were talking about. Do we know the location? Is there just one rift, right? They're all over though, right? We discussed that, right?
Yeah, will the sages know the locations of the open rifts?
Yeah, because I would like to put them on this map.
They certainly like to claim to be able to predict them, but so far I haven't found that to be reliable. For the most part, we tend to rely on waiting for people to come running saying they need help.
See, we could maybe track where they're popping up. See if there's a pattern. You know what I mean?
Is there one at the sunken barrow?
Well, no, because all the undead ones tend to be on this island specifically.
Not
There are
specifically this aisle, just in this area.
I thought he said that the undead specifically are coming from the Isle of Dawn, but all the islands have rifts in general, like everywhere has. But the undead portion of it was more localized here.
Yeah, it is more localized to them. Like the Northlanders are off in the northwest, and they don't seem to have this undead problem.
They have another problem, like ghouls or dinosaurs or locust
Giant.
giants.
I suppose you'd have to ask them about that. I'm not in constant communication with them.
When's the last time you've heard?
I had a meeting with one of their emissaries perhaps 2 months ago.
And
Trade
everything was
relations.
normal.
We didn't get into discussions about rift problems, we were discussing trade.
Okay.
Maybe we should just leave Edric to his business. As long as we can arrange to meet with the sages later. Doesn't
A meeting
seem
for
like
which
there's
you
much
require
more.
my company?
Would you like to be there?
I'm not fond of spending time listening to the sages, but I suppose since I am in charge of this ordeal, I may as well make myself suffer through it.
Do you like the sages? Just curious. What are we walking into
Yeah, what
when
do they
we
do?
set a meeting for the sages? Are they crazy old coots?
They spend a lot of time discussing problems and not being accurate about it and not coming up with solutions.
We're the solution, I suppose.
That is what I'm hoping.
To be a stick in the mud, but you don't seem to know much about what the hell's going on either.
I know as much as a man in my position can know.
Are the sages magical?
They are.
Are the rifts magical?
He looks at you like you're an idiot.
I'm just saying that the sages probably know a little bit more about the magic rifts because they're magic. So why do you hate them so much?
He looks at the rest of you. Am I losing my mind, or did I not just explain that a minute ago?
Probably did. I'm 76.
She is hard of hearing. Give her a little bit of leeway here. She did have to walk the last
I am-
little bit there, and that's
I
a little
imagine-
rough for her.
I'm now imagining all the sages to be like crones,
Oh my god.
just creepy fucking shits.
Please no.
Well, it's canon now.
Alright.
Whoa!
Better
so
get
would
some children ready to sacrifice.
Would you like to join us, or would that be redundant? I'll leave it up to you. I just figured the more.
I'll
It's
join
not
you for the meeting, but
better.
that'll have to wait until the evening then.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Where may we rest and drink in the meantime, or shop?
I'll have the man escort you to one of our finer establishments. Pay for the rooms.
Appreciated. There's also obviously a discussion of a reward for solving this for you.
Good call.
Was that not covered in the notice that I posted?
We were just told where to go. We weren't necessarily given a reward.
We weren't even told where to go. We were told that the Viceroy needs help
Yeah,
with his
and
undead problem.
then told where to go.
Edric looks at you specifically, Gilderoy, and goes, I would have thought you had more reliable employment. Things not going so well, Mr. Lockhart.
No, it's just like the mail that was given to us. He told us there was a lot of detail, and then he was just like, "Oh, by the way, hey, it's this, go." So he was not forthcoming as the other people I have been employed with are, and I was up for a challenge anyway.
I am authorized to give you a substantial reward from the treasury in coin, as well as a few magical relics.
Good. Okay.
That sounds.
Can we have that in
reasonable.
writing? Can a contract be drawn up?
I can have the paperwork ready for tomorrow, perhaps.
Thank you.
That'll be all
Shall
until
we
this
do our
evening then.
rounds? Yeah, where
Yes.
where do we meet you with the sages? Where are the sages located? Or will someone collect us?
Someone will be along to collect you.
Well, I suppose I could relax for a little while.
Yeah.
I'd like to go freshen up.
Yes.
You need it.
I think you're the one that needs it most there, Lotus.
Yes, you were the one swallowed by a T-Rex, mostly.
I was not swallowed, I simply fell into its jaw multiple times.
Accidentally, yes.
He was set upon on the road, were you?
Yeah. The biggest they'd ever seen, they said.
Well, maybe you're tougher than you look.
Possibly. So where should we go?
We're being escorted
He
to...
kind of just waves you out of his
somewhere, right?
office, and the servant comes up behind you guys, goes, I will escort you.
I give a really grandiose bow, really overdoing it. And then I follow the
Edric
guard out.
smirks at you a little bit.
I smirk right back.
The servant leads you guys out and down only a few blocks over to a really fancy looking tavern.
I also ask him to point out some local shops
Mm-hmm.
or like any known like medicine people, any healers or religious sites.
Well, presumably,
Give
you
us
need
a
to go to the
tour.
Temple of Balder would be your best bet for that.
For healers?
Assuming you want something more high quality than what you'd find down in Little Ilisk.
Yeah, of course.
He
Should we
leads you
just go
a few
exploring?
streets away over to a large temple that has a smaller statue of Balder out front.
Is that identical, just smaller?
Yes, it seems otherwise pretty much identical.
Is there any writing on this one?
It looks like the same dedication, just kind of a prayer about light.
I don't know what everyone... Does anyone have like a plan for the afternoon? Because I know like personally, I want to talk to someone to see if they can reverse this aging shit on me and Visenya. And I also
Yeah.
want to go to any shop to see what they have.
Yeah.
Those are the two things that I like to do, and maybe get a little drunk for a while.
You guys still have half the day here, so whatever you want to do.
I think I'm sticking with Walrus. You kind of... All three of those things sound good.
Oh, don't stick me with Gilderoy.
He's
You
gotta
are
go
welcome to
tend to his fan club.
Yeah, but
You can
know
be
somebody-
security.
Exactly, you know somebody has to watch him.
I'm sorry, I'm not that
As-
bad. bad.
As
Lulu
Vegeta
can go with him.
Yes, I will take Lulu. That sounds like great company.
Lulu's
But as-
still asleep at the camp.
As Vegeta says that someone has to watch him, I turn around and start walking and I say, yes, someone indeed does.
And
Shit.
Right on Walrus's heels.
The hatred this man has.
All right,
The
the two of you are going
audacity.
into the Temple of Balder.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where I'm headed first.
Can I give him
Alright.
the map? Because I'm guessing they gave me the map. Right?
Yep, the guy who brought the map gave it to you, Gilderoy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Walrus and Visenya. So
What
they
do I
can
need
get
this for?
stuff marked. If we're splitting up.
It's more of like a region map, not a city
Yeah,
map.
it is not a city map. You'll need a
Yeah.
separate map for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just need this for the sages meeting tonight. I don't think
Yeah.
our religious person here is gonna be of much help necessarily. If so, I'll
Never know.
memorize it.
Although we can ask about if they know anything about the rifts.
That's
That's
true.
not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I'll take the map then.
Just for giggles.
Yeah, so I would
Alright.
like to go to
As you guys
the
split up,
altar.
Edric's servant just kind of turns to Gilderoy and goes, "Well, you know where to find me if you need any other information. You know where your rooms are." He gives a nod and walks away.
Vegeta will
Not in your
begrudgingly
fan
follow Gilderoy.
Alright, so two of you are going into the Temple of Balder. What are you doing?
As we enter, is what is there? Is there any like sort of ritual thing as you enter that might be obvious to do to not be offensive?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a religion check.
Can I aid?
Yeah, you can have advantage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, do I know anything about Balder? Is that what that check is maybe?
He is a god of light that you're not overly familiar with. You're more used to some of the others like Lathander.
Because this is specifically like a Norse god.
I think there was
Or
a
is it
few of the
part of
Norse
the
gods that were
lore?
kind of imported into
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons, like Tyr and Balder.
Quick rundown of what I would know, I suppose.
You know that he's a god of light. You know that he's more prevalent in the culture of the Ilisk, I think it's called. And you know that the stories of him have something to do with mistletoe being bad.
Okay.
Is there any like a coin collection box or anything?
Yeah, or
What-
like holy water or anything to cleanse.
Yeah, what does
There-
the
there is,
inside
like,
of this temple look like?
As you step into it, there's a very small statue and a ring of candles placed behind it that kind of provide a sort of sun breaking beyond the horizon sort of look behind it.
Mm.
they're
And you see
all
that there
lit.
is a tiny pile of coins in front of the statue.
I'll put a single gold coin.
Same.
All right, mark off 1 coin each.
Is anyone in there? Like any people greeting people as they enter in, or is
Any
there, like, an
worshippers?
office?
Any priests?
Yeah.
There are some people as you both place your coin in front of the little statue. A man in priestly vestments nods his head, says, "Light be upon you."
And also with you.
Yeah.
Are you a follower here or simply a villager?
I am one of the acolytes.
Ah, pleasure. Is the priest around by chance? The
I may
person
take you to the
in
head
charge?
cleric if that is what you wish.
Yes, thank you. That'd be
Thank
appreciated.
you.
He escorts you through a couple of little chambers where you see some other people praying. And back to not necessarily an office, but another anterior chamber.
So does this
Where
place
there's
just
an
look like High Hrothgar?
I mean, it's much better lit than High Hrothgar is.
Okay.
Light seems to be a big theme in the decor.
Okay. But essentially just like giant stone walls, not really like pews or anything. It's just like
Yes, it is
a
stone.
stone cathedral.
Fairly high ceilings. All stone.
Okay.
He leads you back to
Any-
the interior chamber with a more resplendently dressed priest.
Are there any like windows, like stained glass windows or anything?
Not that you've seen so far.
So no
Okay.
natural light, all candlelight.
In the chambers that you've been in, yes.
Okay.
She turns, nods her head. Light be upon you.
And you.
And you. Quick apologies. We are new to this area. What is the appropriate response or greeting?
And also upon you.
And also upon you. I
You
say
were
that,
right
and
the first time.
She
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
gives
Jesus.
a strange look to you, Visenya, and goes, "Are you not familiar with the ways?" You have the look of a Northlander.
Honestly, sure. I think it's been a long time. But I don't remember.
I kind of side-eye Visenya, puzzlingly. So you are the high cleric of the area, correct?
I am.
My name is Walrus. This is my fellow traveler, Visenya. What is your name?
I am Kenwin.
Kenwin. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, God.
It's fantasy. You think you're gonna get normal spellings?
Yeah, God. Yeah, fuck me, I guess. We have a question for you. A very specific question and potential duty to ask of you. We recently found ourselves face to face with one of these unfortunate rifts that your area is plagued with. And we both seem to have been aged against time by one of these undead entities
When did this occur?
yesterday.
Was it yesterday or was it the day before?
It was yesterday.
Okay, it was yesterday.
Depending upon the time, you may yet be able to reverse the process, but it is not something I am capable of.
Oh, who could be capable of doing this?
None here that I am aware of.
None in Balduran.
You might be able to seek out someone who creates arcane scrolls and attempt to reverse the process yourself. If you
What-
say
Do
this
you-
happened yesterday, I would make haste.
Do you know
What
what we're
would the
looking
process-
for?
You would be looking for a scroll of greater restoration.
That's not gonna be cheap.
Yep. And so you're saying to make haste with this, do you think it's within a day of it happening is the only reversal time?
My understanding of this predicament is that if you are able to reverse the process within the first day, it can all be undone at once. Otherwise, the process is long.
Good to
So-
know.
Yes.
Hold
Where-
on, hold on,
where-
hold on. I have a question.
You're
Sorry.
not here.
I know. Sorry. I'll ask
What
it
is your
later.
question?
So, I just want to understand, because I know we're talking about the Scroll of Restoration. With ritual casting, I can do any bard spell, correct?
Only spells that have the ritual tag.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Just wanted to check on that. Sorry.
It's all good.
I'm afraid that is all the information I can provide. I am not able to help in this matter any further.
I understand it's a very difficult process. You said we might be able to procure a scroll. Any one that you'd think is more likely to have this scroll than others?
Doubtless, the more expensive the shop, the more likely.
Mhm.
Where would the expensive shops be? Which ones?
Mhm.
In the district in which we now stand.
Of course.
Oh. Guess we better get going then, huh?
Yeah.
Real
If you
quick.
are new here, I could perhaps escort you.
That would be great.
Yes.
She nods and starts walking. I can at least perform some small service, though I cannot cast the spell myself.
You're a great help.
So she leads you out of the temple and down a few blocks, and over a block, down another block, and into a magic shop. Where the walls seem to be pretty much just lined with paper and scrolls.
Basically, Caleb would faint.
Yep. And you see a very small desk and a gnome standing behind it. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, my name is Walrus, and this is Visenya. I kind of nod or bow a little bit, whatever. We are looking for a specific type of spell scroll. Do you happen to have a scroll of greater restoration?
Or two.
Or two would be even better.
I expect I might. Just hold on a second here. And he walks out from behind the desk. He grabs like a little sliding ladder, like Beauty and the Beast library sort of thing.
Yep, love it. Dig it. Go on.
Yes, we have greater restoration here. Two, you said?
That would be preferred, yes.
Fully?
He pulls two scroll cases off the wall, gets back down the ladder, goes over to his desk. That'd be 800 gold pieces.
Total?
Yes, 400 apiece.
Oh god, we don't even have that.
I have 100.
Wow. Question for you, my gorgeous sir. You wouldn't happen to have any deal in trades?
Do you have something that you think I would want?
I was thinking more of an act as a trade, as opposed to an item. Like, are there any tasks or things that you need done that we might be able to trade for?
It's possible. You could perform some feat of service for me, and then I could give you the scrolls afterwards. And if it's a good enough sort of thing, I'll give you a discount.
Is it like a
so-
task that can be performed like today?
Within an hour. We're kind of on a time crunch here. You see, we were both aged against our wills by quite a many year, and it's a very urgent thing that we get this done immediately. It'll be significantly easier, as far as I understand.
The priest actually speaks up and helps with you. He says, "It is a known malady of the ghosts." All right, I suppose I can, with the temple as a witness here, we can form a contract that I will give you these, and you will owe me either 800 gold pieces or some amount of equal service.
Yes, that would be great. Question for you. Are you aware of a Gilderoy Lockhart?
Well, everyone's heard of Mr. Lockhart.
Consider yourself a fan.
Well, I've enjoyed some of his books. It's been quite a few years since we've had any.
Hi. Yes, we're. I'm kind of biting the inside of my cheek, and I see we're all such fans of Gilderoy Lockhart.
Yes.
Now,
So much.
are you aware that he happened to come into town today?
Is that what that ruckus was all about?
Yes, it's the one and only Gilderoy Lockhart. I say through clenched teeth.
I should have closed up shop. Maybe I could have seen the man.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
do
now
we have a deal for you?
I put my arm around Vasenia and say, we happen to be very close friends with Gilderoy Lockhart. What do you say if I can get you a private reading from Gilderoy Lockhart of one of his own books?
An
Give me a
even-
persuasion
assigned
check.
collection.
A signed copy of them, and also a sneak peek of future books to come that he's currently working on.
Mm.
Give me a persuasion check.
Am I
With
aiding?
advantage
Am I
because
helping?
Ksenia is helping.
Okay.
Ooh, persuasion.
Do it. Come on.
Oh!
Oh shit.
Ew.
Well, I can't give you the whole thing, but I will certainly give you an excellent discount if you can arrange such.
Done.
Am I
What?
gonna have to write a fucking book?
You're not here.
Out of character. Am I gonna have to make a fucking book?
Yes, commit to the roleplay, please.
God fucking
Yes.
damn it.
Come on, you have a notebook for Pyrrha. Come on.
2 notebooks.
What do we say? We knock it down 50%. It'll be 400 gold for both of these.
Done.
400 gold or an equivalent task,
Yes, yes.
Oh yeah.
and then you'll be able to give us the scrolls ahead of time, right now, with the
He
promise of
keeps
us
the scrolls
knowing
on the
these
table
later.
and pulls out another sheet of paper and a quill and starts writing on it very quickly. And then adds 3 little margins at the bottom, signs his name, and turns the paper over and says, if you would both just sign this, we have everything in writing.
I read it over first, and it only covers the things that I promised him. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does it seem to be a magical contract of any sort, or is it just legal?
You didn't see him perform any kind of magic.
Okay. I take a quill and I sign my name on it.
He looks at the old woman.
We'll do the same.
Is the cleric involved in this at all, since they're part
She's
of
a
the...
witness.
It seems like it's enough for her to be there. He's not asking
Okay.
her to sign it. He happily takes the paper and rolls it up and then hands over the 2 scrolls.
Out of character question. Greater Restoration is definitely a spell that none of us are able to currently cast, correct?
None of you can cast 5th level spells.
You could ask
and what is
cleric.
right? And what is our knowledge of performing spell scrolls for scrolls or spells that are out of your reach?
We have
to
to make
roll
an
for them,
arcana, right?
I thought that I had written it down, but it appears I didn't. But basically,
It's probably somewhere.
you can do 1 level above. So anybody who can cast a 4th level spell can attempt to use a 5th level on a scroll.
Wait, Maddie, what are you at? You can cast
4.
4th.
Maddie,
Maddie-
Gilderoy, Lulu all have 4th level spells,
Yeah.
so any of them can do it.
Oh, so they can actively
Yeah.
cast these restoration spells?
Maddie has
From
it
the
on her
scroll?
list.
4th level. I can do 1 4th level a day.
Yes, but because you have this on your list, it's probably easier to cast as well, and it's only 1 level above what your max is right now.
That is 4 is my max.
Yes, but it's 5th, and he's saying that you can only cast 1
Oh,
level
I see
up.
what you're saying. I see
Yeah.
what you're saying.
And it's also
But
on
It
your
is a
spell
bard
list.
spell.
It
I
is a
believe
bard
Greater
spell.
It'll have to be-
Restoration is a bard spell.
Yes, I was just looking
Yes.
at it. Yeah.
So
But we could still talk to Quinwith.
Kenwith.
Is she a cleric?
She does not
She's a
have
cleric.
high enough level spells. She can only cast 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
Sauce.
So
Okay.
Gilderoy. Oh God, we'll have to cast
We
it.
gotta go. We gotta go.
I shake the gnome's hand. Say you've done a great deed today. Any timeline on getting the Gilderoy stuff locked down for you? Was that specified in the writ that we signed?
It basically just says that if within a month this is not fulfilled, then the church is liable.
Oh shit. So we can just bolt and have never face the consequences.
I mean, we sure could.
Okay.
Okay, you guys take off with the scrolls.
Yes.
Before we depart, I want to just ask Kenwith, is this city named after your god?
It was named in honor of the Lord of Light.
Do you have any literature?
There may be some. Do you wish to follow me to the temple and I can find some?
Well, we gotta go reverse this age thing, but could you gather me some and I will come back later?
I will see that what we have is prepared or made if we do not have it.
Thank you.
She gives you a courteous nod. She starts walking back to the temple. You two don't know where Gilderoy and Vedita are. What have Gilderoy and Vedita been doing in the meantime?
We're just running back to the inn, right? Or like where we separated? That's what Walrus and I would be doing?
Yeah, with the urgency of it, yeah. Going
Yeah.
back to the inn or the crowd of people, wherever they are, to probably find Gilderoy.
Yeah,
How long did that-
we're following the fangirling shrieks.
Oh, I totally missed this message that you sent.
No rush. But yes, Vedita is following Gilderoy.
How long
Alright.
did this whole interaction take?
It probably
to
would have
get this
been
roll?
half an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, we're going fast.
Gilderoy, where are you heading?
I would like to read aloud my reading of one. Look up the name. Horton Carwendell, in his epic battle against the T-Rex. And I would like to do it preferably in the center square or in a large tavern. Either one is fine by me.
Did you want to head back to like the city entrance where most of the admirers were?
Yeah,
Because you kind of walked into. You guys were escorted into the more upper class district when you met the viceroy.
Yeah, I'll go towards the front entrance.
So you go back to there, and the crowd seems to have more or less dispersed. But within 5 minutes of you getting there, another one starts to form, and you can see kind of. It's very difficult for the guards here because on one hand, they're very excited to see you, but also it's their job to keep the crowd from getting out of hand.
Don't worry, I'll do multiple readings, so no need to crowd.
Has there been any more new releases, Mr. Lockhart?
That's what this excerpt is from. The new book I'll be writing, Zoning with Zombies. That's the tentative title as of right now.
There's an outbreak of claps when you say the title.
Thank you. It's a great pun, isn't it? Ah. I think I know what puns are. I definitely don't know what puns are. So yeah, I'll read a dramatic reading of Horton Carwendell's dramatic battle with a T-Rex, not aided by Walrus in whatsoever. Walrus is not included in said story.
So it's just a tale of Horton and Gilderoy?
Horton, Gilderoy, and Gilderoy's band of misfits.
Alright, give me a performance check.
Advantage?
Sure. I'll give you advantage. These people are already
They
on
love
your side.
you. Yeah.
I'm gonna use lucky.
Alright, roll one more time.
There you go.
It would be the 16, though, not the 20.
Advantage, right? Oh no, yeah, you're right. I forgot to click off.
You don't get
Sorry.
advantage on the second roll with Lucky.
Yep. Sorry.
There's a little bit of a rough start as you start telling this tale, and you get the impression it's because they don't know who Horton Carwendell is. But as soon as you get to the part where you mention that you were also there, then the mood picks up.
I haven't written this down yet, so it's not very polished, obviously.
Well, you spend 5 minutes gloriously recounting this tale of your fight with the Tyrannosaurus. And as soon as you finish, there is just cheers and clapping for a solid minute. Are you going to do a book signing, Mr. Lockhart?
Sadly, I do not have time, nor the amount of books I need to sign for all you lovely people.
You hear
I
somebody
must
pipe up. I own a shop. I have lots of books, Mr. Lockhart. You can sign them.
We are on a mission for your town and your country, and that is paramount for your safety. So once I know that you are safe,
I
will
should
be
have had the Gilderoy music on this whole time.
Yes.
I will be happy to sign copies from sunup to sundown if need be.
Although it hasn't been that long.
So are you saying I should?
I mean, why not?
All right, I'll start
should.
signing some books, I guess.
The guy in the crowd who said that he owns a shop kind of makes his way out of the crowd up to you, takes your hand, is like, "This way, Mr. Lockhart. My shop, basically like 50% of the stock I own is all your works, of course. It's the best stuff, my best sellers."
Oh, perfect.
And he escorts you into his shop, and the whole crowd follows behind you and forms a line.
Nice and orderly, I hope.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are stuck in the back of the line are kind of jockeying to get to the front of the line if they can.
I will be signing my least most popular book, just so it can get pushed in more sales. The Gandoline with Ghouls. That is my least popular book. Most times probably because nobody knows what gangoline is. So
Actually,
that
since
is
all
the
these
book I will
troubles
be
started
reading.
with the undead, getting with ghouls has seen a surge in sales.
Really?
Along
Well,
with
I'm
Break
glad
with a
you are
Banshee
educated.
and the Voyage with the Vampires took off at first, but there hasn't honestly been that many vampires coming out of these rifts, so...
I see. Probably not many Yetis either, but Yetis was just one of my personal favorites recently. I've been rereading them all again, you see.
I sell a lot of those to the Northlanders we have down in Little Lilisk.
And of course, Magical Me. That's my paramount work. Is Magical Me. So I guess I'll start signing the
Huh?
Gandoline Ghouls books.
Give me a... Just give me a d20 roll. Alright. As about half an hour goes by of people making their way through this line in the shop, a lot of them insist on giving you money for this signed copy of a book. And you accumulate, over the course of that half hour, 57 gold.
Wow. Okay. Awesome.
The shop owner seems to be completely fine with you getting all of the money on this.
All done. He seems completely fine, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna keep it.
And Vedita, give me an investigation check for that. In your searching, you do not find any magical wells.
Okay, cool. But I was able to do
Darn
the
it.
other thing.
What was the other thing?
The first message that I sent you?
Hold on. This was on Discord, right? I didn't miss
Yeah.
something in Roll20?
No, nothing in Roll20. It's all in Discord.
Yeah, you're easily able to.
Just keeping an eye out.
But then after that, you wanted to go look for the wells, right?
Yeah.
Gilderoy doesn't seem like he's in any danger.
Perfect.
He's having a lovely book signing.
Okay. Yeah,
I feel like they could kill me, there'd be a riot.
probably.
I feel like the timelines are merging up now for how long Gilderoy's been doing this and how long it took Nesenia and Walrus to do their stuff. If you guys go back to the inn, Gilderoy's not there, so what are you gonna do?
Follow crowds. Or ask people where Gilderoy is signing.
Give me a investigation check.
Okay.
Yep, you're only waiting outside the inn for maybe 5 minutes when you start to notice word getting around this district and people moving, and you inquire this growing crowd, and they say that Gilderoy Lockhart is doing a book signing.
Cool, we go there.
It takes a little bit more time, but you happen upon a bookshop. There's Gilderoy with a seemingly endless line of people. The line just keeps growing, even as people are getting their books signed.
Are pushing through.
Hey, you can't budge in line. I was here first.
Wanna
Oh no,
fight me?
they are my personal bodyguard. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Lockhart. There's Gilderoy, signing books,
Hey,
growing pile of gold in front of him.
Gilderoy, you need to take a break and rest your hand and help me with something. In
Oh,
the
yes,
back
yes.
room.
Sounds lovely. Let's do that.
Needs a break. Needs a break.
We'll be
people.
taking a 10-minute break, people. I'm so sorry.
Intermission,
hands-
if you will.
The shopkeeper stands up and goes, "Everybody keep your places in line. Mr. Lockhart will be back to sign more copies in just a moment. You can use the back of my shop here, Mr. Lockhart."
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna subtly move closer, but not go in the room.
So, okay. We have these scrolls of greater restoration to get these age things off of us. None of us can use it. You have the best chance. Can we do this lickety split? Because the cleric said that the more time we waste, the more likely it's going to take longer to get the effects off. So, like, do your thing, please. And I'll never say another bad word about you. Just please. I can't be 76. I can't do this.
Just want to check. I don't need to have the spell slot do the ritual casting, right?
You're using a spell scroll.
Okay, so I don't need
So you
the
don't.
spell slot for it?
No.
Greater Restoration doesn't have the ritual tag, so you can't cast that as a ritual.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Because I don't have a 4th level spell slot, that's why I'm asking.
It doesn't use your spell slots, it just consumes the scroll.
The scroll itself. Okay, yeah, I'll absolutely do it.
Oh, we have
I'll
one for
do-
each of us, and I point to Walrus.
Visenia's first, because obviously she's older. Sorry, Walrus.
Alright, well, I believe you have the spellcasting feature, and Greater Restoration is on your spell list, so no Arcana check is required.
Yeah. Good,
Fuck
because
yes.
I have a negative score on Arcana.
Ooh, jeez. Okay. So that's it?
Yep.
Do we
Gilderoy
revert back
reads
to our...
from both of the scrolls of Greater Restoration. We're getting close on the timing here as to whether or not this would work, so give me just a d20 roll to see if you manage to get this done in
Oh,
time
no.
for the 24-hour mark.
Me?
Yeah.
Who do you want to roll that?
The people who are aged.
Okay, so Walrus and I are rolling d20s?
Yep.
Okay.
Hang on. Can I give them Bardic Inspiration, both of them?
This isn't technically a skill check. This is just me adding some randomness.
Okay.
You guys made the deadline. As Gilderoy reads from these scrolls,
Yes.
your age is reverted back to its natural state.
How long have you been sitting on that, Megan?
Oh, since it happened.
Oh,
Since
I
you were
love it.
aged.
Oh, excellent. Oh, thank God. Oh, also, Gilderoy, sorry, we've kind of sold your services to get these scrolls because they were really expensive.
How expensive are we talking?
Basically, you just have to go. What was it, Walrus? You have to have a private book signing and reading with. At the magic shop. Awesome.
And then you also owe the shopkeeper either 400 gold
Yeah.
or
A
some
task.
service equivalent to it.
Yeah. I think we'll try to scout out a task for him before we start dipping into party funds, I think.
I was gonna say, because I can use some of my signing funds for... you know.
No, those are yours. Yeah, we can't hear you, Brandon.
Has he been trying to talk this whole time?
I think so.
Oh, my microphone is muted.
There we go.
Wow.
I thought you were just choosing to be incredibly quiet.
Yeah.
You need a silent
not
treatment, so I was good.
Yeah, I was talking this whole time. Cool. I don't remember what I was
Oh.
saying.
Was there
Okay,
any
but-
roles that you were trying to do that you weren't able to?
Nope. Everything got accomplished. I do ask though. Signing funds. What'd you make?
As you guys walked in, Gilderoy had a little pile of gold in front of him.
Yeah.
Definitely keep that up.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you like my writing.
I like that you're making money. Yes.
Yeah, we like your ability to make money.
Alright, I'll accept that. That's fair.
I mean, it's why you're doing it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. You can be honest with us. We know. We won't tell anyone.
So it only has to be within the next month. Like, I think I need to finish off this line or else I'm gonna get a mad mob against
Yeah,
us here.
we'll you've had your hand uncramping break. We'll let you get back to it, and we'll all meet back for the Sages meeting with Edric.
I was thinking in the morning we could pop over and you could do your reading, Tim, at least to get that out of the way.
That works. Absolutely. I can do signing for another like 3 hours. Let's say.
So, Wallace, I have to go back to that temple to get some books. Did you want to come with me, and then we can like walk around the shops and
Yeah. Sounds
get
good.
drunk? Vidita, would you like to come since you're just standing awkwardly outside
You
the
don't
door
see
like a
Vidita.
freaking weirdo? like, okay, is she invisible?
Y'all
Is she
don't
is she
know.
lurking outside the door, or is she not visible?
When you walked in here, you did not see Vanita. You only saw Gilderoy.
Okay, so she's
Well,
not
okay,
just lurking like a weirdo. Okay, fine, whatever. Then
Well,
we're gonna
Gilderoy,
Walrus and I are
or-
gonna go.
Ask Gilderoy, have you seen Vidita around?
Actually, ever since I got in the store here, I haven't seen her.
You didn't even
You
see
remember
her.
her being behind you when you took off, and then she just
Oh,
kind
I
of
thought she was.
appeared.
Surprise.
Lost her.
I'm sure
Bash.
she'll show up.
That's fine.
Alright, Visenia, let's go.
Let's do it.
Thank you again, Gilderoy,
Yes,
for doing your
legitimately. Thank you.
I owe you.
Genuine.
I give
thank
you a gold coin.
Seriously?
I was wondering whether
I
or
do.
not you guys were actually going to be able to pull off getting aging first 24 hours.
Oh, God.
I am honestly honored that Walrus to do this, and I am not going to spend that coin. In fact, I'm going to put it in my inventory as do not spend this coin.
I'm very
That's-
much gold, so I'm gonna save your life in battle, and that's just gonna have to be how it goes.
That's
Gilderoy.
totally fine. You
Cool.
do it.
I'll be your meat shield. Cool.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Awesome.
Gilderoy, is there anything you'd like us to pick up for you around town, since you'll be here? Unless you wanted to do your shopping later.
Do I need... Am I going to run out of ink from signing all these goddamn papers?
You're in a bookshop. The owner seems to
They'll
be
supply it, yeah.
got plenty of supplies to keep your pen well stocked.
Actually, could you refill... I didn't use it. Never mind. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I'm good.
That's a good point. Maybe we can check this temple, Walrus, for
Yeah.
a well or something.
You can
Magic
find
water?
one.
Yeah, we'll
Oh,
look around.
take the map with you. It might be
And
good
mark it
just-
if we find it. Like, mark that boulder
Yeah.
and has one if we find one.
We can always mark out where it's at, yeah.
Again, it's not.
So if
cheap,
like
so-
we have to go across country to find another well, that's gonna be sucky. So
Yeah.
let's not do that.
I think we already had the map, but we'll continue to take the map with us and mark down if Balderon has a well if we find one.
We already have the map anyway.
Yeah,
I didn't think you guys took it last time. Okay.
yeah, I think we did in
All
the
right,
end.
so Gilderoy's going to keep signing. Viseni and Walrus are going to go back to the temple.
Yes.
Yes.
What is Vidita going to get up to?
I don't know. She doesn't really have anything that she needs to do. And she doesn't have that much money anymore. Actually, no, she still has a fair bit. But she doesn't need anything. She will just continue to watch from afar and make sure that nothing happens to Gilderoy.
Oh, I'm so
As-
honored.
As we walk out, I would be kind of looking around specifically for Vidita. Do I see her?
You do not.
Whoa.
Give me a perception check.
Oh god.
Fuck.
No, you
Nope.
definitely don't see her.
Ooh. Rawlins is having an existential crisis because he actually was nice to Gilderoy. That
I
look-
it's caused him great pain.
Yeah, I'm like taking penalty now to my rolls for it.
Oh god.
All right, Gilderoy, give me another D20 roll just to see how lucky you are with the donations that keep coming in for your rest of your signing for the evening.
Oh.
Not good.
You get the impression that the people who got to the front of the line were the ones that were the most eager and therefore gave you the most money. You only get another 15 gold over the rest of your signing.
Nothing though.
Got you math, hang on. Got it. Thank you.
All right.
start. I'll let Signy and I'll head back to the wherever we're staying. I don't even know where we're staying.
The nice fancy inn in the nicer district of town. Visenya and Walrus, you guys are heading back to the temple.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, you step back inside. You are greeted by the same man at the door. The same greeting. Light be upon you.
And also
Oh.
with you, also upon you.
He gives you a nod at the second one.
We're getting
Yeah.
here. We're getting there. We'll try harder. Oh, it's us again. We're just younger now. Back to
Yeah.
our rightful ages. It's us. It's us.
Ta-da.
We were just in here and asked for
I did think there was
Kenwith.
a strange familiarity.
yeah. I asked her if there was any literature on Baldur. Yeah.
I believe she may be preparing that. And he starts walking in her direction.
I follow.
Do we follow you?
He gives you a nod.
Okay.
Question: is anyone else by the door or around?
It just seemed to be the one guy posted at the entrance.
As he turns around to walk away, I do want to grab 5 gold from the donation pile.
Okay, you
Do
do
I
that.
see
He's
this?
not looking.
Do I see it?
Are you attempting to hide this from Visenya?
Absolutely.
Give me a sleight of hand and give me perception.
But
Yeah, Visenya, you see him.
I mean, I
thinking
would
that he's
have.
being incredibly sneaky.
I would
slide a
have.
hand
Wait.
over and grab a
I
few
would have done
coins.
it behind her. Okay.
Just
But you
take
weren't
one.
as sneaky as you think you were, and the coins make
Just-
some clinking.
Just take back your coin. Jesus.
Okay. I kind of nod shamefully and just take 1 coin.
And I continue to follow. I'm also, as we're walking this time, paying more attention to see if there are any wells or basins of water.
You do notice as you enter the second chamber beyond the entrance, there's another statue, and there is a little basin of water at the bottom.
I point to it, and I'm gonna continue to follow the priest guy as he's walking, and I point at it to Walrus, like, hey, try that.
Yep. Is there anyone around?
There's a couple people.
I continue. I kind of nod to Visenya in acknowledgement, and I continue with.
So we just keep walking?
Yep. I don't go to the water yet.
Okay.
It's her
All right. So you follow Galite at the entrance, and he leads you back to Kenwith. I take it the scroll will work.
Yes.
They did.
Thank you.
Thank you. Your help was greatly appreciated.
Yes.
I was able to find one old piece of literature. I think it was from the Northlanders, back when the initial cultural exchange began. And she hands over to you a scroll.
Is it a fairly short scroll? Like I can read it and retain the information? Or
It
is
is
it like
not a short scroll.
Okay.
It looks kind of like the telling of a mythological tale. It's got a couple pieces of art in the corners.
Is this a work that you wish to save here?
I would
Or
prefer
is-
that it remained within the temple.
Okay. Just by looking at it, do I know how long it would take me to read through it, or at least skim through it, for anything interesting?
Wouldn't take more than half an hour.
Kind of look at Walrus like, do you mind if I take a second and just
I shrug.
skim through this?
Yeah, do it.
Cool. I'm gonna skim through it and see if I get any information that jogs my memory.
Kenneth, was it?
Kenwith.
Kenneth, not Kenneth.
No.
Question for you. There's a room back there that had a basin of water at the bottom of the statue, or of the temple. What's the significance of that?
That is where we make blessed holy water.
Where you make it?
It has many substantially useful properties, particularly against the undead.
That's interesting. We're currently aiding your local government in the local area to rid the undead issue. Would you mind lending some to us?
I would be honored. She stands up and goes over to a little desk, pulls out a few vials, and then walks out of the room over towards the basin.
I'll
Doing
follow her.
things the right way.
I'll follow her.
She speaks a short prayer over the water, and then fills up each of the vials and gives you 3 vials of holy water.
Rad. For I'm looking at how large they are, how many uses would they have on like arrows or daggers or swords?
Ooh, that's a good call. Ask about holy oil.
I don't know how holy water works in
Ooh,
5th
yes.
edition again. I double check.
You could just tie it to the end of an arrow.
Against fiends and undeads, you can throw it and it will deal 2d6 damage if it hits. Against everything else, it really doesn't do much.
So it's not something to
Yeah,
apply.
it's not
basically
something that
grenade.
you would. Yeah, it's basically a grenade.
Yeah,
Oil
pretty
is
much.
what you can apply to weapons.
Yes.
Correct, because it won't evaporate or it'll stay out
Yeah.
for longer.
Yeah.
Am I aware of holy oil's existence?
Give me a religion check. You don't remember hearing anything about holy oil.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm actually
Appreciate
not
it
getting
so
any
much.
search results on that either.
Holy oil?
Yeah, I'm getting results for holy water. I'm not getting any
Oh.
official things for holy oil.
Maybe it was just a
I was
thing
gonna say-
Mercer did.
That's what I just got done with that episode.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it used to be a thing in older editions, and a lot of times he either forgets what edition is different, or he just brings stuff in because he thinks it's cool.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, it's not an official thing in 5th edition.
Okay.
Weird.
While they're gathering holy water, am I having any sort of recollection with this scroll that I'm reading? Anything jumping out at me?
There are a couple of passages at the beginning and about halfway through that you swear you've heard before. It's like
Okay.
one of those things where you remember like a childhood memory and you forget that you had that memory, and then once it's back you're like, oh yeah, that was a thing. And yeah, it's the mythological tale of Baldur's death and rebirth.
Okay. Okay. I'll review that in a little bit. So when she comes back, or when they come back in, I'm just gonna ask her like a question or two.
Doesn't take very long for her to go fill up the vials of holy water and come back.
Okay. So you said that some of your work, or most of your works, are originally came from the Northlander territories?
That's correct.
So, do they worship only Baldur up there, or are there other people?
There are others, but he is chief amongst them. Our old city was dedicated to Lathander. When we came here, We adopted Boulder from the Northlanders.
I'm guessing Lathanel is the
Correct.
old city.
Are they welcoming up in the Northlander territories?
Many of them are. You will find bands of raiders.
Random, do you know anything about the rifts that seem to just take place in this part of the world?
No more than your average person, I should think.
Have you ever experienced one?
In my youth, a rift to the fire elemental plane opened.
So they open to all different sorts of planes.
Many different places, yes.
Do things typically come out of them?
Almost always.
Do those things seem to actively come out, or are they coming out curious?
Are they hostile or are they curious?
Right, is coming through this rift something that is part of like a definite goal of theirs? Or do they stumble upon something on their end and kind of come out looking around like, what the fuck happened?
In my experience, I believe most of the things that come through are hostile. Why they come through, I cannot say.
Do you know anyone who has greater knowledge of these rifts?
Doubtless the sages would know more.
Yes, we've heard them mentioned.
Any Northlanders do they have their own sort of sage equivalent, or in Lathanel?
The old crone Valrun, perhaps?
Oh shit, crones.
And where is that person?
She is the leader of their largest settlement.
The Northlanders?
Yeah,
Which
Oh.
settlement would that be?
Yeah, where can we find her?
far to the northwest. I'm afraid I do not recall the name.
How do you feel about the sages?
It's not my place to question the wisdom of such learned people.
How did they get to where they are?
The sages have always been there.
Same ones.
Over time it changes, they are not everlasting.
But you view them as knowledgeable. I asked because we spoke to the Viceroy earlier and he seems to...
The Viceroy is not a man of wisdom.
Yeah.
You cannot trust someone who does not walk in the light, I think.
What do you mean by that? He doesn't walk in the light, like he doesn't worship Baldur?
A man who refuses to go out in the sun can hardly be said to worship Baldur, can he?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
we kind of noticed that. He's got like... Yeah, he's got like blackout curtains. Has he always been like that?
As long as I have known him.
Now, are you implying something not so subtly here?
It's common knowledge that he was cursed with vampirism.
Oh, cool.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, that's what I was hinting at, but okay.
Is against hordes of the undead, correct?
Say again?
He's against hordes of the undead, like he doesn't want hordes of zombies and ghasts and stuff,
He did hire us to get rid of them.
or is that a ploy?
You asking that in character or out of character?
In character. And I'm watching her very closely. I want to see how she reacts to us questioning whether he's good or evil.
I do not trust the man, but I do not think that he has ill intent for all of us.
How did he become cursed?
You would have to ask him.
Do you know how long has he held his position as viceroy?
Since the old king, at least 70 years.
Is this the
The old-
king that went through into the abyss? Went through a rift into the abyss?
No, that was his son.
Oh.
Who's currently reigning over the area? Is it the viceroy?
I believe
Or
so.
are you waiting for the king's return?
Many pray for Baldric's return.
There is no other heir to take over after he stumbled through the rift? Not stumbled, sorry.
To the best of my knowledge, there is not.
Well, we thank you for your time, and thank you for letting me read this scroll. We
I
might
hope
be
it
in
was
and out
helpful.
of the city, so if you find anything else, please put it aside for me.
I do have one more question for you, if you don't mind. Kind of tangential.
Speak.
Are there any known naturally occurring water sources in the area that seem to have like abnormal properties to them?
She gives you a strange look.
I told you it was tangential.
Not that I am aware of. Do you mean a place where a rift has formed?
Maybe. I'm simply looking for... I'm curious about naturally occurring bodies of water.
There
That
is
might
the
be
lake between Lathfield and Caldwell.
right at the edge of the mountains.
Yes.
Okay. Any smaller ponds? That are
You'd
odd or
find
misplaced?
many within the city, but I cannot think that there would be anything special about them.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Sorry, we just keep plaguing you with questions, but if we do happen to get to the Northlander territories, are there any particular works on Baldur or the above that I could bring back for you in payment for taking us to the magic shop and vouching for us?
If it was a work of which I'm unaware, I wouldn't know what to ask for it.
Boom. I kind of do like the head explosion thing.
I mean, that's fair. So if I just... Do you have something in a second edition that maybe you want in a first edition?
Nothing that comes to mind, but perhaps searching through the archives for you will spring something forth.
Let me know. And I give her the name of the inn that we're staying at.
We'll likely be there through
In and
afternoon
out.
tomorrow.
If you are not present, I can leave a message.
Yeah.
She gives you a nod.
And then as we're walking back out, I'm gonna put 4 gold in the collection tin and kind of glare at Walrus a little bit.
I pretend to not notice.
Be judgment.
Can't escape the fury of my resting bitch face. It's fine.
All right, miss. I'm gonna DM Brandon to tell him to steal the fucking scrolls instead. You're so high and mighty up there.
I did not tell you to. I asked you if you wanted to.
And then you offered to be a distraction, so
I did.
that did happen. So
But
don't.
that is wholly for you because you are a squishy little rogue paladin, and I can take a beating. You can't.
You're also a thief, so.
Yeah. So it was a legitimate question.
Yep. So have we been directed towards any other shops other than the scroll shop?
Nope.
I wanted to ask one of the guards. I did ask the guards to let us know of shops in the area.
Mm-hmm.
I must have missed that or forgotten.
Yeah, I do, because that was part when on my list.
Yeah.
I was going to ask the guards of that, and then of the holy place as well, because they directed me to the temple. I also wanted to know where shops are.
Well, as you guys leave the temple, where are you headed?
Kind of stand outside, blinking.
Fucking vampires, huh?
Yeah, that's I mean, he seemed okay, right? Like,
Yeah, I didn't get any weird vibes off of him other than
he didn't try to maul us.
no, he's just kind of a douche in general,
But I mean,
but
come on.
not in like a offensive way.
He doesn't idolize Gilderoy. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's kind of like a real good guy.
Is this the sort of thing that we like mention in them? Hey, I mean, she just said it was common knowledge, right?
She did.
Right, I don't know if it's offensive to be like, hey, so you're a vampire, right?
Or I mean, do we just sneak it into conversation, be like, yeah, that vampirism. Brr.
I mean, I personally
Hey, speaking of
would
blood
like
curses,
I would like to personally double check. I'm saying this to Visenya.
Mhm.
Next time we're around him later with the whatever the fucks.
Oh yeah.
I'll use a whatever. I can sense an undead presence around me, so I'll kind of do that.
I figured you might do it when you guys were in there, but you didn't.
I was thinking about it, and then something led me to not do it.
As
Because
soon
I don't
as I
know.
mentioned
It's
he
like,
didn't like Gilderoy, you were like, nah, this guy's good.
yeah, this guy's
I was
cool.
gonna say, was it the fact that Gilderoy, he joined your I Hate Gilderoy fan club?
Yeah. We have jackets.
No red flags here. This dude's cool.
When I
Even if
use divine
we're
sense,
evil, we're good.
do I look like I'm doing any divine sense things, or is it just like an ability that I can trigger and kind of be aware of?
I think it takes your action, doesn't it?
But am I like obviously doing something magical? I guess can I secretly?
I don't think it
divine
needs to
sense
be
and
obvious now.
notice? Okay. So yeah,
Search ping, or is it a prayer thing? You know, like you're running around a Dragon Age and you hit the little controller button and it pings to tell you if there's any plants around you.
I don't think it sends out a giant pulsing yellow circle.
But
highlight
you know
it.
what I mean. Is it just an innocuous little thing, or is it
Passive or inactive?
Yeah. Thank you.
It takes an action, so I feel like it has to be active at some degree. Because they could have just made it something you can do without doing an action. But they didn't.
Your
I guess
eyes
I'm thinking
turn white
watch,
or something.
Or, right, exactly. Mercer often says like your eyes turn white with divine light and
gold or something.
Something like that.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't like secretly do this unless I like put my hood up and shit.
Yeah. Cover your eyes, because that's not weird.
I mean, that also. I don't know if that would work, because if he covers his eyes, then the creature is behind cover.
Yeah.
Behind cover, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll double check everything when we're around him next.
Yeah,
if it comes up,
we'll back burner it for now.
Yeah, it's definitely something good to be aware of.
Yeah.
But if everyone else in the town seems to be cool with it, he's not like ashamed of it. Really, just kind of living with it. It sounds like. Might be good to know how he got cursed.
Yeah.
Since he's technically undead.
Yeah.
And he's facing an undead issue. They might be linked.
Yeah. So, question.
Yeah.
The sewers, huh?
Yeah. I described this already.
Awful.
I'm yeah, not great. I said imagine me like the little birds in Game of Thrones, little children that are secretive.
Have we, like,
Little
in
gutter
character
rat.
actually discussed this?
I have said
Yeah.
that once, yeah.
But have we, like, discussed it?
No.
Well, out of character, this is Visenia's awkward way of trying to discuss this.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sewers are gross.
Yep.
But that was all I knew. And I
Hold on,
just
wait. I
survived.
have to put on the walrus theme
Yes.
now. I finally get to use
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Wanky.
Are you just, like, an orphan?
Yeah, I
Or did
don't
you
remember-
grow up with parents in the sewer?
I mean, there was a figure, but I didn't know my parents specifically, but I was raised by this underground entity, kind of. Like there were many other children, kind of like an orphanage, I suppose, but
In the sewers.
we're not like in the system per se. We're our own system.
Is that why you do all the sneaky shit and stuff?
Yeah, because I'm good at it.
Huh.
And then I figured, might as well not be there anymore and make some money off of it, or at least try to.
Were they kind to you? I mean, obviously harsh upbringing, but you weren't, like,
I was not
beaten.
abused, no, but
Okay.
I mean, if we did bad, things would be thrown at us, I suppose. Or if we
Yeah,
tried
that
to
sounds
take
like
extra
childhood.
actions. What did you get
Just-
from the scroll you read?
Not a lot, just
She seemed
know-
to recognize you. Are you from around here?
I don't think so. I honestly
so?
don't know.
Since you've been here, multiple people have commented on the fact that they think you're a Northlander.
I don't know. I thought I knew who I was, and then I died. And I got brought back, and now suddenly I have memories that I don't remember having before.
Weird.
I saw Baldur, though.
You what?
When I died,
Wait, what?
I
You're not
was
here.
on the edge of a cliff.
In your
I've-
mind.
Well, I don't know. Is it in my mind? Is it on a death plane? I don't know. What happens after
Valhalla.
death? I don't know. But he was there, and he pulled me up from the cliff.
Baldur did.
I think so. That's what it looked like.
Did he say anything?
I don't think he did.
He
I
didn't.
don't remember. No. I don't know. I'm just having flashes, and it's
Now this Baldur event, this isn't a memory that's coming up. This is something that happened to you when you died.
yeah.
Not something that you like remember from your youth.
No, this was
Happened then.
during death.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's
That's
weird.
scary.
I don't know. I would like to go to the Northlander territories because apparently I look like one,
Yeah.
and there might be more information there. Plus, we can talk to this crone, and that might help us figure out the rifts and all this other stuff. So,
Yeah, the more information we can gather, the better.
yeah,
Since it seems like we might need to go into one.
yeah. This definitely seems more complicated than orcs and centaurs.
Yep.
Yeah. So, bar crawl?
Yeah, I want to find a shop first and just peek around a little bit.
Wait, you're gonna go on a bar crawl before your meeting with the sages?
Yes. Do it.
Just show up completely sloshed?
So, are you gonna like steal stuff?
No, of course not.
Because I mean, I've kind of noticed every once in a while you just kind of make off with stuff. Is it like an impulse?
I wouldn't.
You
I
like
like having
shiny
things.
things.
I like having things.
Okay, I mean that's fair. I do too. What are you looking for? Just trinkets?
Anything.
Baubles?
Yeah,
Something
anything.
fancy?
I suppose anything good.
Alright, well, let's see if we can find a weapon shop too. Just because I like to look at sharp, pointy things.
Yeah, just window
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah.
We look for a weapon shop or armor shop. Or like minimum magic
Was that
item
the
shop.
first thing you're looking for? Is a weapon shop?
We can look for your thing, Walrus. I mean, that's fine. I mean,
I
I
don't-
don't need more sharp, pointy things, so.
I don't
It
have a thing I
doesn't
look
take
for.
too much wandering through the streets before you walk into a place where the walls are lined with swords.
Oh. Look at this filigree. Look at that. Look at that inlay. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
The shopkeeper pipes up and goes, "Oh yeah, that's straight out of Rodel. They make the best stuff there."
Yeah?
Brodel.
That's look at their map. It's on the yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't afford any of this, but it's really pretty.
We do
Do
have the budget section over there.
Are there any glaives in the budget section?
Just a standard glaive. Doesn't have any special stuff.
Do you say that out loud?
No, that was aside to a DM.
I fucking took the glaive from Skylick and sold it already.
I know, but I keep changing what weapon I want to use, okay? Don't
Oh,
harass
God.
me.
That's why
Don't
you
harass
hoard
me.
every single weapon you get, and you get one of each weapon, so you have the versatility.
Our handy haversack is only so big, okay?
You can carry.
You
so
also
much
spent a
shit.
lot of money to make your axe do radiant damage.
I know. It's fine.
But damn, is it nice?
It's fine. It's fine. Why are you complaining, Duncan? It would take my AC down by 2.
I mean, you could just get rid of the shield and use your axe with 2 hands instead of 1.
Also fair.
Change from a D8 to a D10.
But glaives are cool. It's fine. I don't need to spend any money on sharp, pointy things. Let's go find your trinkets. And then we should probably find the others. See if Gilderoy's hand has fallen off yet.
Is there like a potion shop?
Yeah, you can find an alchemist.
I would like to look around there.
It takes a little bit of time wandering around. You guys find a nice alchemist place in the finer district. What are you looking for in this shop?
Healing potions
Yeah, they've got healing potions.
and prices on them.
Shopkeeper?
Now I have to look up potions. Hold on.
Expensive. I think it's like 50 gold.
Yeah, and also like maybe potions that like do shit for
Potions.
undead.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, we have T-Rex teeth that we could maybe sell to an alchemist.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
Ooh, cool.
Because you looted that, right?
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah, you just got the one broken one.
Freshly ground up, it's fine.
So the regular potions of healing are 50 gold each.
Ugh.
Question, shopkeeper.
Yes?
What would you do if these potions that you're selling would go to the one and only Gilderoy Lockhart?
Oh, for God.
Give me a d20 roll to see if this shopkeeper is positively or negatively or neutral on Gilderoy. probably jack the prices up a bit.
Up a bit.
Mm,
He's a rich
I
son of a
like
bitch.
you.
He can afford it.
Good,
I
'cause
like you.
fuck that guy.
yeah. We hear he's over signing all these books over in a bookstore.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I
come
saw
on.
the crowd moving this evening.
Crazy.
Bunch of idiots.
Yep. Anyway,
This can hurt.
I have these two
Lizard teeth.
Yeah, from the giant lizards. We slew two outside of town. Would they be of any interest to you as an alchemist?
Hmm. Let me have a look at him.
Cool. I will present my two T-Rex teeth.
He gives
I have the broken
Ye-
one.
your two a look over. Well, these are in decent shape. Looks at yours, Morse. That one, not so much.
Are you able to use it anyway?
You can grind them up, and there's certain things you can make out of these. Well, I should say, there's certain things that these can go into.
Are you up for trades?
Yeah, I can do trade. He waves his hand to the wall of potions. What are you looking for?
Healing potions, all sorts, and then do you have potions that grant greater abilities against undead or protect someone from the undead?
Well, you can get potions in necrotic resistance. Usually a safe bet against the ghosts.
Oh, Walrus, we could just go back to Glob and get your armor enchanted. That's what I did with mine.
What the heck is Glob?
It's an old friend.
It's
of
a
ours.
long story. It's a nickname. It's a long story.
Had to be there. College years, weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
He just nods his head understandingly.
Why don't you just get your healing potion?
You want to trade the teeth for a healing potion?
Yeah.
What do you say? 2.5 teeth for a greater healing potion?
Greater healing potion or a healing potion?
That's what I asked.
Okay.
Let me pull up the potions again. 2.5 teeth and 25 gold.
2.5 teeth and 20 gold.
Give me a persuasion check.
Kind of looking him in the eyes, kind of winking a little bit, smiling real good.
Okay, Vex.
No, Vex would save more than 5 gold.
Yeah, but she's still wink.
Always.
Sure, 20.
Deal. I shake his hand. His hand?
Yeah.
We'll be sure to spit in Gilderoy's direction if we come across him.
Hold on. I have to get the perfect gif.
Appropriate.
Alright, so you've got a potion of greater healing.
Yes, I do.
Cool. We should probably go find the others, huh?
I suppose.
It is nearly
one
getting
more-
dark.
One more question for you, sir. Are you aware of any traders in the Northlander territories, such as yourself?
You mean some kind of Northlander alchemist?
Yeah, anyone who sells any good wares.
Haven't been up that way myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I suppose.
What was the name of the crone? Thank you.
That's the name you were given.
Valrund?
Yep.
But she was specifically called a crone, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But we don't know where she is, other than she's
Just in the.
Northlander.
She was in the far north, right? Is what
And
she implied.
you were told that she's the leader of their primary settlement.
Yes. Okay.
But Kenwith did not know the name of that place, and it's not on your guys' map.
Okay.
As far as we know. Alrighty, let's make our way back to the inn.
And Kenwith said she would know about the rifts? Was that what it was?
She didn't
She
know
would
for
be-
sure, but you asked if any of the Northlanders might be knowledgeable, like the sages
Okay.
are, and that was her best guess.
Okay.
That maybe Valrin would know something.
Perfect. Sorry. I'm actually taking notes.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Pen and paper.
No. Digital.
mean,
I can't
you
read my
all
own
ha-
handwriting.
You all have a note section on Roll20,
Yeah.
as well as a party note section that you can all edit.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go back and hope
Yeah,
that
to the inn.
Gilderoy is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Back to the inn? Back to the inn.
What has Lulu been doing this whole time?
You'd have to ask the person that isn't here. I'm not
Probably-
going to make choices for him.
Probably torturing small creatures or eating pastries
Oh.
or something.
The pastries.
Or candy? Is that what it is? Like sweets?
No, it is
Pastries.
pastries from the kitchen.
Is it pastries? Okay. Jester.
Yes.
Yes, so
I
back
meant
to the
you
inn.
guys would get back to the inn before Gilderoy was done with his signing.
Okay.
So you'd be waiting there for a little while before Gilderoy would finally waltz
Fine.
in.
All the
and-
drink.
Drink some food.
I assume at some point Vedita would show up.
Vedita was already there when they arrived, and she is already probably 2 drinks deep.
We're going to a meeting.
Yes.
You can't be
and-
like drunk. You're the smart one.
Mm,
You're probably smarter than me. You telling me that you have lower than 12 in intelligence?
I have a 14 intelligence.
You're definitely smarter than me.
I think Walrus is the smartest among you.
Shut the
I-
hell up.
God.
I
Shut
have-
up.
Oh my god.
I have.
Still my heart. Oh my god.
We are doomed.
Yeah.
You all
Yeah.
have terrible wisdom, and Walrus is the only one who has any intelligence.
Yes, I
Literally.
am lower than
It
12.
suddenly followed
um,
for me.
3. I'm
my
at a
God.
10.
Oh man.
I'm
So we all have like
charismatic.
average intelligence,
I'm,
but
yeah, I'm average. I'm charismatic.
Yeah.
I'm a face of the party.
None of you are stupid. You just don't have anybody who's smart or anybody that's wise.
No,
you got 3
exactly.
charisma-based people.
Jesus.
So, what have you two been up to today? I've been stuck with Gilderoy.
We didn't
Well,
see you.
we didn't see you there, so apparently you haven't been.
Oh no, I was there.
What were you doing?
I was watching him.
Yeah,
I
we
kinda
still
like-
didn't see you.
I raised an eyebrow.
I just look at Visenya. I was there.
Oh. Oh.
So with my 14 intelligence, I know. I can pick up on these clues.
You
Make an
potentially
insight check.
You like wanted here?
Oh no, that's wisdom based.
I
They're
mean,
clearly hinting at something, but you have no idea what the subtext
Well-
is.
I did do the thing in the darkness thing and something like that.
That shit you pulled on me?
Here. Did you?
Yeah. Not here, but he mm.
So are you wanted here?
Oh,
Are you okay?
No. No, I'm not wanted
It's
here.
fine. Okay.
I just
Well-
I didn't want to be associated with him.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair.
I'll give you that one.
I have no further questions.
Although he did do us a great service today, we cannot deny that. We are the cleric at the temple said that the aging would have been much harder to have taken away if we hadn't done it in like 24 hours. So the
Yeah.
fact that he was able to cast those spells
I was wondering
was
what you were
very
doing in that
good.
room.
I will give him that.
Yes. Yeah, I saw you walk in, and then it's like you walked out normal. I'm like, something good happened at least.
So we did find out one thing, that apparently in this town is common knowledge that no one thought to mention to us. The Viceroy? Yeah, he's a vampire.
We say quietly.
Huh.
I kind of like shush Visenya a little bit.
She said it was common
Visenya
knowledge.
said it loudly, and nobody seems to react.
So Kenwith, the priest at the Baldar temple, she said that it's common knowledge that he was infected with vampirism. But she said that we'd have to ask him as to how he got infected.
Is there a bartender here?
There is
Oh,
indeed.
yeah. Bartenders know things.
I kind of beckon the bartender over.
What you drinking?
Same thing she's having. I'll have one, please.
Fire whiskey.
What are you
That's-
drinking, Vidita?
Fire whiskey.
He pours another whiskey, gives it to Walrus.
Thank you. I give him a gold coin.
All your accommodations are being paid for by the Viceroy.
Back the gold
Oh.
coin. Question for you. The Viceroy is a vampire.
Yep.
How did that happen?
The bartender just shrugs. Always been that way, as far as I know.
And everyone's cool with it?
Well, it's not like he walks around the streets killing folk,
Yeah. Is he the only one?
as far as I know.
So he generally is a good person, right? Fair, lawful, all that good shit.
Hold on. I have to.
We shouldn't read into
This
this
is-
pause.
This is what he gives you as a response.
I mean, okay. As much as a politician ruler can be, he's not like slaughtering people on the streets for giggles, right?
No?
Okay.
Nothing like that.
He's simply what you have.
Yeah, ever since King disappeared in that rift, that's what we're stuck with now.
Okay, and I'm sorry, out of character. What is the? Okay, so there was a king
The
And
king's
he-
son.
and the king's son. What happened to the king?
The Viceroy has been along since there used to be a previous king. He's been serving for a long time.
Okay, and the king was the
Old
one that
king
went through
is
the
dead and
rift?
gone. Current king, the one who took all the best knights and was like, I'm gonna go into
Oh,
this rift to the abyss and get rid of the
okay.
demons, and didn't come back.
Oh, okay,
was
so he's just
how many
MIA.
Yep.
Okay, and the viceroy is basically serving as king in his place, but under the title of viceroy. He's Denethar.
The steward, yes.
Okay,
Okay.
How
So
long
in
ago did the
character.
king go in?
It was about a year ago, I think is what
Okay,
the
great.
Viceroy said.
Okay, and how long has the Viceroy been a vampire? In character.
As long as I've known.
Which is how long?
we're really new here. We have no idea what's going on.
Well, I'm 56, and he's always been that way, so at least 56 years.
Oh god.
So, would he have any reason to... I don't know how to
You're
subtly
asking a
ask
lot of
this.
questions for a man who's paying for all your stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's good to know who you're working for.
So
That's also fair.
yes.
That's a good point.
Not a question
Right.
about him. How long have these attacks been happening? With the rifts and the fiends and
The undead.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to see a rifts. There's always been rifts. Just the way things
Oh.
are.
Oh.
If you're talking about the undead in particular, it's, I don't know, a few months. Weren't
So-
dealing with undead problem back when the king went missing, otherwise, hopefully, he wouldn't have been so stupid as to take all the best fighters with him.
So the king went through the rift before the undead happened.
Yep.
Just decided to try to solve the rift problem without being prompted to do so, or like anything triggering him to do so. He just kind of decided to be a hero.
Sort of guy he was.
Worked out well.
Yeah, you said it. He takes a drink of the whiskey himself.
Yeah.
Sir, there's a global pandemic going on. Please not share my glass.
The hell are you talking about?
I don't. I glitch out a little bit.
Walrus suddenly becomes aware that he is just a token on a board.
Guys,
Huh? What?
I don't know.
Well, thanks for your time.
Mm.
Yeah.
He looks at you, Visenya. You don't want a drink?
I don't know. Do I? What do you
Yeah.
got?
He holds up the bottle he's holding. Well, whiskey
All
here.
you have is whiskey?
No, I'm just saying that's
Oh.
within arm's reach. You want something else? I suppose you probably want some meat, huh?
I mean,
Northlander. crap.
sure.
He
I'll
turns
try it.
around and grabs a bottle of mead and one of those cups that's been made from a horn, but, you know, cut into like a cone shape. Or not a cone, cut into a cylinder shape.
Like an actual cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Plops that down, pours you some mead. Knock yourself out.
Alright. I'll try it. Do I like it?
Somehow it reminds you of feeling of home.
It's good. It'll do. You get this from the Northlander territories, or do you make it here?
They import it down Little Illis, kind of just have a guy who brings up a barrel every once in a while.
Cool. Thank you.
Gives you a nod.
Okay, so Vidita, we also found out from Kenwith that there is a crone named Valrun up in the Northlander territories that might also if anyone was going to have equivalent knowledge of the rifts other than the sages, Kenwood said it would probably be her.
Okay, so we'll
So,
go to her after the
yeah.
stage meeting.
Yeah, just gather all sorts of information.
Okay.
And the Northlanders aren't the enemies of Baldurins, correct?
You've been told that relations are
civil.
mostly friendly.
And apparently since you...
Yeah, in character, I'll say it shouldn't be an issue to bring that up tonight in front of the sages, correct?
You're
don't
asking
think
the
so.
bartender this?
No, I think
No,
the
I'm just-
bartender's gone, isn't he? Like, we're just talking to each other now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be fine to just talk openly about this crone, correct? We don't need to be secretive.
I don't think so. She said that she was a leader.
I
So-
suppose, yeah.
I suppose she's probably known to people. Maybe
Yeah,
the
the
sages will know where she is.
Yeah. Where the fuck is Gilderoy?
Yeah, we should probably go find Gilderoy. It's like getting time to go to this meeting.
They were gonna send for us.
Oh, they were? Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot. Okay. Sorry, we
Already
went to look at
drunk, yeah.
swords, and I got distracted, and everything just went out the window, okay?
Gilderoy
Okay.
is currently finishing up his signing for all his adoring fans.
I don't go looking for him. I'm just asking out loud, where the fuck is he?
I mean, last I saw him, he had about probably 20 to 30 people left in line.
Oh, Jesus.
But that was like 2 or 3 drinks ago.
Hopefully
So-
he told them that he has places to be.
At that point, Gilderoy opens the doors of the establishment.
And as
Little
he does that, I
disheveled.
say, bunch of idiots.
Did you guys miss me already?
I mean,
Yeah.
Sure, Gilderoy. You seem
I know
fine.
you did. You don't need to say it. It's fine.
By definition, yes.
I
We
mean,
didn't miss you.
yeah.
In fact,
We
you
were
not
wondering
here.
where you were.
you were kind of getting overwhelmed with how many people were there. But I figured you could handle it, so I left for drinks.
Did you like to drink, Gilderoy?
No, I think I'm good. We've got stuff we gotta do, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want a drunk Lockhart on your hands, I'm sure.
No.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not just drunk all the time? And that's why you're
I'm just gonna take a bottle of wine to my room when we're all done tonight, so that's all.
Fair.
Nothing dramatic.
See, I kind of just sit around sipping on my one whiskey, trying to listen in on other people's conversations while we wait for someone to come get us for the meeting.
Give me a perception check.
You know, I'm sorry, that's a good idea. I'm gonna listen with them.
Give me a perception check with advantage.
Good.
Oh no. My lamp just flickered. I hope that means I'm not about to lose power.
Oh no.
If I die, that's what happened.
We win Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
As you are sitting there, drinking, having a listen, you hear the faintest whispers, Walrus, of somebody saying something about a necklace.
Who do I see who is saying this?
It seemed to be coming from a table across the way with 3 people sitting at it.
And do they look to be up and up?
They're dressed in nice enough clothes. I mean, this is the nicer district of town.
Can I pick up any details on the necklace that they're talking about?
That is the extent of the detail that you are able to glean.
So when I hear
You
that,
do
I
see one of them point over in your guys' direction, but that's the only other thing you see.
I don't do anything different, but I am trying to focus on listening to them, but I'm not like reacting in any way to them.
Out of character, do any of us have necklaces other than Lulu?
I have my necklace of poison immunity, and then Lulu has the berserker.
The
necklace.
Berserker. I
Okay,
do
but
not have
she's not
anything
here.
as far as I know.
Unless it's ornamental,
Probably
no.
a chain.
Those are the
Yeah.
only 2 items, I believe.
Yeah.
Is Lulu with us?
No.
I mean, I would say yes. Just
Assumes. So they're
being
either talking or Lulu.
uncharacteristically silent for some reason.
So it's potentially either mine or Lulu's necklace, not like
Yeah.
Lulu's not here, so it's my necklace.
You guys also have a gold necklace you looted from the graveyard, I believe.
Oh shit, that's right.
Who has
Who's
that?
got that?
Me. Is it?
I assume it's in the haversack, but that is one more necklace you guys have.
So it's not out though.
I have
Yeah.
a gold necklace. I am
Because
wearing.
you guys
a gold
didn't pawn
necklace.
it off, so you still have it.
Yeah, I specifically am wearing it.
Oh, are you?
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably like hidden slightly under some clothes, but it's not hidden.
So yeah, I don't acknowledge hearing this, but I am trying to focus more on that while I sit and wait. And like notice if they get up to do anything or say anything more.
Nothing else seems to happen, and after about half an hour, the guard walks in looking for you lot. The Viceroy is ready to meet with the sages with you now. If you follow me, please.
Excellent.
Okay.
Oh.
You all get up and follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Random question. Is this a good stopping point? So then Ryan can
That depends
also
on how
hear it?
many questions you have for the sages.
See, I feel like we're gonna have so many more now that
Maybe
all the information
we
we got.
spent some of the time waiting, figuring out what questions we were going to ask, and
Yeah.
we can, out of session, work on the questions that we want to ask.
That's a solid idea.
Perfect.
Cool.
That is where we will call it then.
Hey,
Good.
real quick, you gave me a raven stone.
Oh, right. I haven't given you a handout for that, but
Yeah, I
essentially
was
it's just
like, wait a
you
minute.
can cast